So what happens to me?
You take 2 radiant damage,
Ow.
and you
Why?
are blinded until the start of my next turn.
Blinded?
You had to
Blinded.
rage when there were no enemies
Blinded
around.
by the light.
Cool.
Well, also, this is probably one of the battles that you kind of need to see.
All right, welcome back everyone to Fairly Adventurous. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It has actually been a couple weeks since our last recording, which won't matter for you guys because we're going one after, or we're releasing them weekly. But for us, it's been a couple weeks break. We are going to be without Levi tonight, and we're going to be without Chase. Levi is celebrating his girlfriend's birthday for some reason, and Chase went on vacation without us. So death to them and glory for us. I'm just kidding, Jordy. Happy birthday. Also, Andrew will be joining us, but he is going to be late, a few minutes late. He has to go pick up his daughter and bring her back from a party. So we are starting off with Larry from Can't Win 'Em All Gaming, Melvin, who is playing on his laptop and using his Discord for communications, or his phone for communications, and we tried his camera and it worked, but not super great, so he's going to be without video camera. And Josh, who suddenly is shy. The rest of us will all carry on, so hopefully you enjoy looking at Larry and I's faces and bald head. Previously, just rolling right into it, previously on DnD, after all the party members went to Neverwinter and secured a asset for Duke Margrave, they returned to Coasthold. The Duke Margrave told them to be back at the Old Coast Inn by noon, 20 days time. The party has wisely spent that time getting armor and brewing magic potions and getting some gold. But this morning on day 16, the day that they're currently on, they were given some documents by the innkeeper, who in turn was given them by Traellus Flintforge, a friendly dwarven forge master who was looking for the lost forge of Baldwin's lost forge. Through some clever deduction, the party was able to determine the location of Baldwin's lost forge thanks to Traellus's notes. They arrived at that location, they secured the forge, and they rescued Traellus from Baron Troy's thugs, securing a hostage. One of the thugs surrendered to them, and also helping Traellus stabilize the forge itself. Currently, we are sitting. Traellus has, like I said, stabilized the forge and is currently standing there. The party is here. And why didn't that stay on top like I told it to? Stay on top. I've only pressed that button 4 times. Are you kidding me? Stay on top. It's still doing it. Does anyone know why that when I click stay on top, it doesn't stay on top? It'd be great if it would do that.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
I'm going to have to. I'm pausing the recording. All right. Anyway, we're back. Thank you, everyone. We are recording. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Reset of the computer, and it looks like everyone, Larry's ugly mug is here to stay. Thank gosh. All right. Here we go. So, as previously stated, you guys are currently in Baldwin's Lost Forge. You do have a hostage named Wellington. And Traellus has stabilized the forge with your assistance. And she says to you all, she says, Oh, okay. Gosh, what now?
Yeah, what now?
Well, the forge is secured. That's the good news. And as I'm coming off my adrenaline rush, I'm realizing I have no means of keeping it that way. Baron Troy knows its location now. I don't have the money to hire anyone to stay and watch over it, especially not that he couldn't just offer a better price to. And I don't know anyone, and I don't trust anyone to come down here and watch it.
Well, do you think you could do it? You came here to do it really quick?
What do you mean what I came here to do? I came here to turn this forge into a money-making venture. I want to own this thing.
Well, some gold is better than none.
What gold? What do you mean?
We'd pay you for some armor.
Do you Okay, first of all, what supplies?
I thought you'd handle that.
I don't
Yeah,
I
you said
just
it was
now
a
got
magic
the
forge.
forge.
You said it was a magic one.
It is, but it takes time. Just because I can crank them out in half the time of a normal blacksmith doing this work doesn't mean that it's instantaneous or that it pulls the items necessary out of thin air. Why don't you pull some iron ore out of your ass and hand it to me? How about that?
I thought it'd be like a beep beep boop bop, and out comes the project.
What? Beep beep boop bop? What does that even mean? It
Pull a
sounds
lever or
like maybe
two.
you're from the future and you've watched too much television. Or some other magical device that shows images and sounds from far away.
Is that what my dreams are made of?
Minor image.
She says
I
no.
have a very possibly dumb idea.
Well, I
for
don't
your
have any
whole-
ideas, so dumb is a step up from here.
So
How
you
long-
sent Cleverback to us. Is that the same dude that had the vault?
Yes.
Well, they had something protecting the vault. Why not just reconjure that thing here?
What did they have protecting the vault? What do you mean?
What was that? I wrote it somewhere. They had a spectator.
She coughs out loud.
I mean, it seemed to work for a period of time. What was it, like 100 years or something like that? That's a long time. And by the time that contract ends, at least I'll be gone, long gone.
Well, I'm so glad that you'll be gone, I guess. I mean, I'll still be here, and I mean, I said there's no dumb ideas, and I meant it. Maybe Cleverback could front me the money to hire guards as an investor. I don't think that I don't know if he'd be willing to, because Precious Metal works as a part of the guild, and I really don't want the guild involved, and I don't know if he'd be willing to go around them and risk the ire heat, but it's worth a shot. I don't really have any other options. I can't go to the Lord's Alliance. They'll take it.
At the moment.
Huh?
It's the only thing I could think of at the moment.
I mean, it's not the worst idea. I can't go to the Lord's Alliance. They'll just take control of it. I can't go to the Zentarum. I don't trust them. Even if I did, the Order of the Gauntlet ran them off the peninsula almost a decade ago. I don't think I can go to the Order of the Gauntlet because there's still a warrant out for my arrest. By the time they got that all sorted out, Troy would have control of Troy would come down here and have control of everything. Huh.
That.
No other suggestions, huh?
How long would you need this thing to be watched?
I mean, if I have to go ask Cleverback for the... Yeah, I have to go ask Cleverback. I don't have enough... I'd have to line
You're
up
thinking
another...
about it, and I see it.
You what?
I said you're thinking about it, and I see it on your face. The
Hour?
spectator is starting to sound more and more of a good idea.
She just looks at you and she says... I really hate it, but you might be right.
You could just put in the contract that after 100 years, he just goes away and goes
Shush.
back to where he came from.
I don't think that's how it works. Not that I know much. I'm a blacksmith. Not that I know much about summoning spectators, but I don't think that's how it works.
But none of us are arcane users, so
I don't have much of
Yeah.
a choice.
I have a 0 in arcane. I'm definitely not an arcane user.
as for the time being, Milo looking towards Trax and Mon, these two could probably watch it, at least for a little bit. In the
Convenient.
next few days. Oh, you can't see me. I'm not.
She looks.
You
At
can't
least for
see
the
me
next 4
either.
days.
She says, "All right. I need 3 people to come with me. Well, I need some of you to come with me so that way I don't get in charge with the guard. No one, does anyone have an in with the guard, by the way, that I could potentially get this unlawful warrant out for my arrest? I didn't murder anyone. Wait, did you guys murder someone? Is that why I have a warrant out for my arrest? Did you guys murder someone and it got blamed on me?"
Milo slumps into the darkness.
Slowly turns to look at Milo. You should have seen
He
the
is
little
no
fellow.
longer there. He has gone into the shadows.
The blood on your fur. How did I not put that together?
I will talk to the Order of the Gauntlet.
I mean, I don't need you to talk to the Order of the Gauntlet. I need you to talk to the guard.
Well, you were talking about earlier.
I mean, that's fair, but they're not the only ones. I mean, listen, I like the Order of the Gauntlet. I don't have anything against them. I could use their help if there's any faction that could get me money, because the guard's not just going to fork over that money. Maybe be the Order of the Gauntlet, other than the Lord's Alliance, which I don't trust. I am still being... The warrant is going to have to be settled with the guard, not just the Order. Wait, you have an in with the Order?
I do.
Okay. Then we have 2 options.
I would say we probably have 3. DM.
Yes.
Above table. This guy that is with us. You said what faction is this dude from?
The guy the hostage?
Yeah.
I mean, he was hired by Baron Troy. You don't know if he's part of any of the factions or not. No one's talked to him.
Remind me who Baron is again.
Baron Troy is the guy. This is why I say take notes, people. I'm just kidding. Baron Troy is the guy who was originally Traellus's benefactor, and as soon as he thought that he had the location of the forge, he threw her out on the street. He's the guy that you guys broke into the house and stole the documents from way back when you first met her, and you self-destructed his guard.
Yeah.
So probably ideally not. It won't work. My thoughts won't work. Never mind.
Okay. So she says, okay, the way I see it, we have 2 options. We can go talk to Cleverback and see if he can fork me over some money to hire some local muscle that might be trustworthy or may not be trustworthy. Or, and I can't believe I'm saying this, summon a spectator.
Be right back.
Or we go with the Dragonborn. We talk to the Order of the Gauntlet. We pray to all those that are holy that they don't immediately arrest me. Or you guys, since you're the ones who actually murdered him. I mean, are you sure you guys are going to get away with... You know what? Let me focus.
I'm positive I'm going to get away.
Okay. So we could potentially do both. How confident, Dragonborn, are you that the Order will work, or that the Order will see things our way? Because they're pretty big on due process and detaining those until they figure it out. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'd have to think about that.
You're not filling me with confidence here, Dragonborn.
I mean, we for sure. The guy that self-destructed was what was he like? Was he a bad guy? Was he?
Why are you asking me? I wasn't in the house. I just got blamed for it.
How did you get blamed for it if you were in the house?
What? You act like you weren't there on the mission. You guys killed someone. I think.
No.
No, because you definitely had blood all over your fur.
That's my natural fur color.
Your natural fur color is crimson? Really? That's what you're going to go with? You do know I met you before you went in that house, right? Are you trying to light me up here?
Hey, we have a party member who changes seasons.
Exactly. Maybe I am part. What are you, Eladrin?
Eladrin.
Are you?
Yes.
Deception. Immediate deception.
Oh. Come on, net 20. 17.
Looks like I joined at just the right time.
You did. I'm sorry. I'm having to.
Oh, you're over there asleep, Renshaw. You're awake now.
Yeah, no, that 17 doesn't pass on that one. She's like, enough out of you. The spectator idea should have been the red flag. Okay, to catch you up, Andrew, Traellus is going over her options. She doesn't feel like Baron Troy knows the location of the forge, so she can't. She's on a timer essentially. She doesn't have the funds to hire anyone. Her options are essentially go to Cleverback and hope that either A, he forks over as an investment money to buy guards while she gets another investor lined up, and or B, summons a spectator to guard the forge, which was
Let's not do that.
which was Milo's suggestion. Or
Milo.
the other option, you know what? Points for creativity though.
Fair enough.
The other option was that Larry suggested, kind of, was try and go to his contact at the guard, which is also a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and explain the situation that she was falsely accused. And in the process of going over all that information, Milo's essentially trying to gaslight her and say that maybe he might be part of Ladrin, and that he just his fur just turns crimson and sprouts blood, spontaneous sweats blood.
Are we still in the same day that we ended the last session?
What'd you say?
Are we still in the same day that we ended the last session?
Yes, you guys are still in the forge hanging out.
All right, cool. So still in the summer aspect. You're about as a Ladrin as... Well, you're not a Ladrin, I'll tell you that much.
You don't know my life.
Okay, well, what would you do then?
Well, look, I understand that we all have a previous engagement that we have to be available for in a few days, but what if we act as... Has anybody here volunteered that we guard the forge until you're able to get more mundane security?
Well, some individuals were voluntold.
We kind of are, but at the same time, though, we're also worried that she going to try to get new guard members to take our place, that she will get caught and get put in jail.
I mean, she was able to escape, wasn't she? Well, technically, she was able to evade capture, wasn't she?
I mean, I was until I ended up here, captured.
Right, but not by the city guard.
No. Okay.
So,
all right. Since the Dragonborn is not filling me with confidence.
Well, Ranshaw, how do you think I could talk to Order of the Gauntlet and explain that she did not murder without getting the rest of us in trouble?
Right. If only some of y'all were more interested in, I don't know, keeping people alive when we have to make clandestine operations, as I recall doing.
In my defense, if you don't say keep them alive, my initial thought is they must die.
So
Milo?
so you're telling me, my little Herringon friend, that you're so unfamiliar with civilization that you think, oh, a city, that's a place where I can just kill people left and right?
And this is the first time I've ever been in a city, so yes.
Hear me out. What if we were to tell him the rabbit did it? And if he looks all cute and fuzzy, maybe they'll leave him alone? Give him your innocent eyes.
Wait a minute. Milo,
Yes, that is me.
as I recall, when we first met one another, our very first venture, you displayed some interesting magical abilities. Magical abilities to make you look to make yourself look less like a Herringon.
Yeah,
So why
that
don't
is
we just
something.
offer up a scapegoat?
'Cause it's still
Why-
me.
But I like where he's going.
I'm just saying, I don't know which we should rather do. Blame it on the Herringon, give him that description, and you just constantly try to disguise yourself, or perhaps better, we offer up a disguised version of you as the killer.
Either way,
And,
you're getting put up for it.
Then, you just make sure you don't use that disguise anymore. In fact, you could be that little gnome guy. He was already kind of suspicious from the people at the theater. I don't know if they've remembered, that night with that random gnome.
He was the
You're
assassin.
getting at.
It was the gnome guy.
Okay. All
We
right.
can try it, but
At this point, Traellus speaks up and she
Proud little
says,
bite there, Andrew.
at this point,
hungry.
Traellus speaks up and she says, okay, here's what we're going to do. I need at least one of you to come to escort me to Cleverback to see if I can secure some short-term payments from him. I know other contacts that might be able to help me get this forge up and running. I've been trying to make them as I've been trying to find the forge location. So if for short-term coin, hopefully Cleverback will help me with it. The rest of you stay here. Now, I am still going to have to sort out the warrant issue, which was falsely attributed to me. Which I now understand is because of you all. So you all are going to help me with that at some point. If, Dragonborn, you think you can go talk to someone now, go do that. Go talk to them. But whatever you do, don't let me get detained. Because while your contact might be upright, not every guard member is. And Troy has, and every noble worth their salt has at least some informant here in Coasthold. So I'll be spotted if I get detained. So if that's something you think you can go do it. But I need someone to come with me and the rest of you to stay here.
Right? Do you have a preference on who would escort? Yeah.
Not him. And she points at the
I
Harrigan.
figured.
That's fair.
I'd like to stay with the forge.
Fine. Because Chase and Levi aren't here, they're staying.
As I recall, Cleverback seemed to like me best when I was, like this, mostly as a potential drinking companion, so I could always go. Perhaps he'll be slightly more inclined.
Okay. That's fine. Are you coming, Dragonborn? Are you staying? Or what? Are you going to talk to your friend in the order?
I think I will go talk to my friend in the order.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Andrew, go ahead and just make me a general charisma check.
Okay. with my +1 charisma. That's gonna be so good. Hey, that's a 14.
14. Okay. We're gonna kind of hand wave Traellus and you going.
Okay.
Larry,
I
we're
did
gonna
have a question for Traellus, actually.
Huh?
Sorry. I had a question for Traellus.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you say
So
while you
just-
guys are marching?
Right. Just out of curiosity, just how much coin do you think you're going to need for these guards and whatnot to secure the forge?
I don't know. A few hundred at least, just for a short term.
Fantastic. Tell me, I want to cut on this because that forge could potentially produce some items of great use to myself and mine. What would a 300 gold investment get me?
She looks at you and she just says, I have other investors. You would not be a senior partner. But I
don't need a deciding.
Well, I mean, I'll take what I can get now. Let's go talk to Cleverback, and then we'll talk.
Fair enough.
And by that, Andrew, I mean we'll discuss the details off screen.
We'll do. I didn't know it was going to be an option. I'm like, I got some disposable income here.
No, I mean, listen, I'm all for. If you guys want to find a way for passive income, I'm all for that. And this is certainly an opportunity for that. So we'll discuss that. We'll discuss the details of that off screen.
Traellus, I have 2 questions for you.
Oh, good God. Okay, what?
Number 1, what is your alibi for that fateful day?
What is my alibi? I was on the street outside the house waiting for you guys. What alibi do I have?
Not a good alibi.
And second
You're
question.
literally the ones who killed him. You're asking me about my alibi?
Second question.
Uh-huh.
Would this forge in any way benefit the Order of the Gauntlet?
I mean, it creates magic weapons. If I'm certain that if we get it up and running, we could make certain discounts available to our fine warriors, warriors for justice. It would also bring just, economy to the area. It helps stabilize the area. It worked. I don't know if you guys have noticed, you guys had to go through Old Town to get here. Not exactly the most affluent of areas.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, I'm just a blacksmith. What do I know about economics?
And the forge is called the what again?
Baldwin's Lost Forge.
Excellent.
God, did none of you have parents?
Let's not talk about my parents.
What does
Rather
that have to
touchy
do with
subject.
anything?
Okay. All right. Okay. So you, Ranshaw, you and her go off to talk to Cleverback. You have that discussion of details that we'll sort out. Larry, you march on down to discuss things with the good captain. I'm sorry, hold on. All my notes went away when I reset my computer. Do.
Baldwin's Lost Forge.
Good Lord.
I can't find a damn fucking pen so I could write this shit down.
You're at a desktop. Open a gosh darn Word doc.
I'll say, I've been keeping notes on Notepad++.
Freaking 21st century. You're over like, I can't find a pen.
We need to have at least one Luddite in the group.
All right. Anyway. All right. So you go and see Captain Hayfield. Luckily, he is available. Oops. Luckily, he is available to speak with you. And he says, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you again. I'm told you have information for me about a warrant. Good Lord.
I do. The person that you had, that is the warrant is out for, definitely did not murder anyone.
And just so we're on the same page, what warrant is this for?
Traellus.
Oric back in the forge is just like, some rather convincing moment is happening in time at the moment.
He says Traellus, Flint Forge, the warrant that Baron Troy requested we put out for. I guess she broke into his home and killed one of his guards.
That is what the warrant says, but she absolutely was not the one that did it.
Uh-huh. And how do you know that? Did she tell you that?
No, because I was there with her. Not at that place, but I was with her the entire night.
Roommates.
You were with her the entire night.
Yes.
I think you should tell me the whole story.
See, when a mommy loves a daddy.
Shut up. You're not there.
So, I met her at the inn that I've been staying at.
Uh-huh.
And we decided, and I asked her out, and we decided to go on a date.
Deception check.
How dare he mute me?
I didn't mute you, but I will.
I know.
This continues.
I can't help myself.
I had to check her stat block real quick.
19.
Total?
Total.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at hers. I need his stat block. Because he got an 18 on the die, so if he is any positive whatsoever. Yep. He says, Why do I keep doing that? So you're going to claim to me that you were with her the night that she supposedly broke in and murdered someone.
Yes.
He looks at you, sighs. He just says, why are you lying for me? Why are you lying for her?
I'm not lying about the fact that she did not kill anyone.
Okay. Why don't you try telling me the truth now, young Dragonborn?
We were hired to find the map to a lost forge that was supposedly in the area. And so happened, it happened to be in that person's house. And we just, decided that to get it.
So let me understand this. You were hired to break and enter into a nobleman's house, and in the process of doing so, killed one of his guards. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
He shot the sheriff, but he didn't shoot the deputy.
His left ear is twitching hella hard right now.
Ara, you have about 60 seconds to explain why I shouldn't arrest you right now.
Man on the run.
55.
I'm not very good at this.
54. 53. 52.
This is all just
51.
a complicated lead up to Larry's new character.
45.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing:
Yes.
is I am a paladin with an oath of vengeance,
Yes.
and the nobleman stole this map.
Okay. Elaborate.
He stole the map from Traellus.
From Traellus. Okay.
So, in my oath to go get this map back, it so happened that the guard got in the way and was killed.
Got in the way.
Sorry, officer, my oath gives me a license to kill.
He says, oh, God. Okay, Ara. Putting aside the fact that guard had every right to get in your way, considering he was hired to protect property that you broke and entered into and tried to steal. Thieving is wrong. Oh God. Let me ask, were you the one who killed the guard?
I was not.
Switching even harder.
Where is Traellus now, Ara?
Well, we're getting to that.
Get faster.
We have found the Lost Forge.
Okay.
Which the nobleman who had stole the map had actually kidnapped her and had her captured.
Okay. Continue.
And we are working on securing the forge.
Where is the forge, Ara?
It's somewhere in the city.
Ara. Where is Traellus Flint Forge?
Going to talk to someone.
Darn it.
Ara.
Yes.
Who is she going to talk to?
This sounds like a child trying to hide his other card.
I'm not even acting. This is just how I
Yeah,
have to deal
this
with
is
this.
just dad mode at
This
this
is
point.
dad mode right here.
Tell me now.
Son, did you poop in your pants?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Ara.
She is going to talk to a investor for the forge.
Named?
It would happen to be Cleverback.
Holy shit, son. I don't need a street name. What is his actual name? Although
I think this is where Ara, genuinely is like, I don't know. I thought it was clever.
I thought it was Cleverback.
Ara.
Yes.
I need you to listen to me very carefully.
Yes.
You have 48 hours to bring Traellus Flint Forge to my office, or I issue an arrest warrant for both of you. If she's already got one out for her, I'll double the bounty. And I will put one on you as well for aiding and abetting a murderer. If you bring her within 48 hours, I promise that she will have my protection until we figure out the truth. But any failure in this regard will result in both of you being clapped in irons and sent to Blackgate. Am I making myself perfectly clear?
Yes.
Get out of my office. You have 48 hours.
Alrighty.
Yay.
That could have gone better.
Just a smidge.
I don't know how it could have gone better.
You know,
You think we should clean up these dead bodies that are in here? Just in case?
I like it started with, she asked me out, sir. I promise I didn't. She asked me out for a drink.
Also, I just realized my comment earlier about Cleverback liking Ranshaw and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was your spring.
No, I just realized I got my notes mixed. I was looking at the notes. Oh, I got my characters mixed up. Cleverback is not the same as Grimsby, the guy that we brought back from Neverwinter.
Grimble.
Cleverback's the guy, or Grimble, yeah. Cleverback's the guy from the jewelry shop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, well.
That encounter went well.
I mean, mostly.
Okay. So, you guys get back to the forge around the same time. You, thanks to your 14, you were able to assist, and you guys secured about 300 gold coins temporarily, for use in hiring guards to protect the forge while she lines up additional investors. Again, we'll discuss your offer at a later time. You get back at the same time, Ara. And she says, okay, how did it go?
Did not go well.
Oh, God, I'm going to prison. I won't survive in Blackgate.
We have to go see him within 48 hours.
Oh, my God. I'm going to prison. 48 hours. Okay.
And he said he will offer his protection as long as we show up in 48 hours, which would deter the guards from arresting you until we can get this worked out.
Okay. Are you guys stay here? Oh, God, I'm going to prison.
Is he leaving?
I need you guys to stay here for a moment. I'm definitely not going to go cry in a corner anywhere. Found it.
Insight check.
automatic success. You know exactly what she's going to go do.
I just want to make sure that she is actually going to go cry in a corner and not try to snitch on me.
You physically watch her go into a corner and cry. She says, I found it. I finally found it, and I'm going to go to Blackgate for something I didn't even do. The fucking bunny did it.
Does not seem fazed by this.
The bunny rabbit did it. My God. Blood hair. Blood all over his hair.
All right.
After like 10 minutes of just whimpering and sobbing, she walks over to you and she goes, okay, 48 hours. If you guys, I'll give you guys 10 gold a day, all of you, to go ahead and stay here. I'll secure more guards. I'll go talk to additional investors. I don't know anyone that will challenge. I don't know. Cleverback said he'd be willing to invest more if he can, but he can't use Precious Metalworks funds. I mean, I have other investors, but it'll take more than 48 hours to get an operation going. Okay, I'll do my best. Can you guys stay here for the next 2 days?
I don't see why not.
I am thinking, and I'm still thinking that Ranshaw's idea might be a good idea about the disguise.
That's fine. We could do that. The only problem is I cannot do that at this moment.
Why
we can
not?
definitely come up with a story of there was a gnome that used to be part of the party that we had to disband because of his
I like this idea.
Interesting tactics.
I was about to say, yeah, once we saw him commit the murder, we just We couldn't keep him around. No, that's not how we go, right? Right, Milo? We don't just randomly murder people.
I am tracking how this works now, and I will do better in the future.
Right.
He raises his right hand up.
So
I'm
just going to tell you guys this.
Gods,
I'm going to tell you guys this. Whoever presents this story better damn well have a really, really good deception score.
It is not I, even though for some reason I can do deception things, but have no score in deception.
Y'all are going to get found out so quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So why can't you do the disguise thing, Milo? At this time?
How do you explain this without above table talk?
just explain the above table talk at this point.
It's a spell slot, and I am out of spells.
But we can do a nice little long rest. You can sleep.
You sure can. I'm saying I can't do it.
That's in game, by the way, Milo. Spell slots are actually in game, like they're like spell levels, and kind of. It's not like you go to someone and you just say, "Oh, I've got this many spell slots." But leveled spells are actually canonically in the game, so you could kind of backwards say, "Well, I just don't have enough energy to perform that level of a spell."
Yeah. You've exhausted your ability to tap the weave today.
There we go.
Tap that weave. You gotta get a nice rest before you tap that weave again.
Yeah, there you go. What they said.
Typical rest period before you can perform.
I only got about 3 in me a day. And I'm a rabbit, so
minutes.
It happens pretty quick.
There it is. You can only fill so many slots in a day. I know what you mean.
Exactly. We're on the same page.
So what Ranshaw's talking about, this is what I think we could possibly do. Is you disguise yourself as the gnome or some whatever. It doesn't matter. You can disguise yourself as whatever. I will turn you in, and then before they are able to arrest you, you run off, and then you take the disguise off.
I just had a thought, actually, about the disguise itself.
This will go
so
well.
We didn't, to my knowledge, not every guard in there was dead. So there's the possibility that they may have some witnesses that would be able to say no gnome, but yes Herringon. But it was also dark. So, and it's been several days. So what if he just disguises himself as a very different looking Herringon? Give yourself a completely different fur color. Give yourself some scars. Some very obvious disfigurements and whatnot. And then, once the disguise wears off, you couldn't possibly be the same Herringon. Would be unlikely. True. Herringon are rare, so the likelihood of there being more than one Herringon in the area, very low. But it still might work better than trying to disguise yourself as a completely different species that wasn't even present at the scene.
It was the twin bunny.
I mean, Herringons might be rare to you guys. I saw them on a daily, but...
Have you seen many more Herringon since you've been here in Coasthold?
This is amazing.
Why is everyone yelling at me?
Because we're partially in this mess. Because you keep shooting people that I'm trying to knock out.
I have no comments.
Okay. So while you guys are figuring out what you're going to do over the next 48 hours, Traellus sends a couple letters. She hires, she really doesn't have anyone to hire that she could trust, because the Baron could just offer a better price. She trusts you guys. She can't really hire much more local muscle. but she sends letters off to different investors. She manages to, with a couple contacts that were former individuals in armies and whatnot, mercenaries. She hires 1 or 2 more people to watch over, but certainly not enough that you guys would really be able to hold the fort for very long. On the second day, the Baron sends a different force to go check on what's going on, and you guys handle them easily. Mm-hmm. Very clearly, the A team was who you guys already dispatched. Is anyone doing anything with the guy that was held hostage, by the way?
Intimidating him into...
Gosh.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Just verifying, Faerun doesn't have its own Geneva Conventions, right?
It's never a war crime the first time.
There we go.
Oof.
Oh my gosh. I unfortunately just now had a thought that would have been better to have back before I just went off to go do things. Guys, maybe we should have brought up the idea of introducing Traellus to Duke Margrave. Pretty sure Duke outrank barons, and it's a possibility that he may have seen this forge as an essential asset to the kingdom and been willing to, I don't know, grease some political wheels.
Great asset. Great asset.
I mean, for all I know, that might still technically be an option. It's only been a couple days.
Yeah, if you get to see him.
I know, that is the problem, is trying to contact the guy.
Y'all
He's very
put
much
a timer on yourselves.
I know, he's real big on the whole, don't call us, we'll call you.
There's got to be a way to get a hold of him. Got to be.
Well, I mean, do it once before.
If the idea is to willingly go to this captain of the guard, I guess you could mention him. You know, you could bring up his name, be like, "Hey, look, we're here of our own volition. Can you get in contact with Duke Margrave? Because I think he'd be interested in this situation."
That does sound like a plan.
Wait, Traellus listens to her. She says, I like the idea of having a Duke on our side, but guys, Duke Margrave's a well-known member of the Lord's Alliance. And if he gets wind of this, he'll just force us out.
So that is a possibility.
Uh-huh.
However, we happen to be we are currently in his employ.
Oh, and I'm so glad. I'm sure the Duke will just listen to everything you have to say then.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that he owes us any special favors, but perhaps, depending on the situation, he'd be willing to... Look, what other option do you have, Traellus? I understand that you are wanting this for yourself. Also, it's been a couple days, there should be winter. I know you are wanting this for yourself. But what good option you have? Is this, or very likely go to Blackgate?
Wait.
Sometimes bad deal need to be made to prevent worse deal.
Hey, she looks at, she says, hold on. Hey, Wellington. And he kind of perks up after putting the lotion on the skin. And he says, yeah.
Push the rice.
She says, how do you feel about a boatload of money, but you got to go to Blackgate? And he's like, huh? Well, and hear me out. There's 2 options we can play this. I can bring you to the guard and ask you to tell the truth and say that you were employed by the Baron to kidnap me, and you'll probably go to Blackgate anyway. Or you can take the fall for the rabbit. You do your time, and when you are done, you come work for me as security, and I'll pay you a boatload of money when this forge takes off. What do you say? I'm gonna roll here, and this, if anyone wants to help this action here, now would be the time.
All right.
How do I help?
I don't know. How do you help? You tell me.
Hang on. I got an idea.
You've heard the stories about the Haragon? We can sick them on you.
This is happening. This is happening on the second day, right? I want to make sure I'm in the right aspect.
I'm gonna say it's on the. I'm gonna say it's the next day. You guys have another 24 hours.
Next day. Okay, so not winter. Autumn. Actually, even better. Cool. So, Wellington's over there. I'm going to face step over to Wellington.
Oh God.
And in my autumn aspect, and I would like him to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. I don't care what the DC is. That's a 4 on the die.
Okay, cool. So for the next minute, he is charmed by me.
Oh no.
Dude, Wellington, this is a real sweet deal, man. I think you ought to take it. It's not a bad man. And you know what? I'll vouch for you too. You know, like I'll make sure that Traellus like treats you well. You know, that she holds up her end of the bargain. I promise, man. Remember, I tried to make sure that you stayed alive.
I mean,
you have me to thank for your life.
I do, and I appreciate that, man. And he puts his arm on your shoulder. He says, "You're basically my best friend."
Exactly, man. So trust me on this.
But
trust
Blackgate is scary. People die there.
Oh, you know what? Tell you what. Do you know? I will come visit you. I will make sure that you are personally. Yes, I will. I will make sure that I visit you when I have the chance.
Bro.
And we have an in with the guards, and so like I'll just make sure that they like make sure that you're well taken care of. You know, that you're protected.
That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me.
I really think you ought to listen to Traellus here. It's going to be the best for everyone.
How much money are we talking? How much money are we talking, Traellus? My best friend vouches for you, but I gotta know. How long does this last?
1 minute. He's charmed by me for the next minute.
She says, for every day you're in Blackgate, I'll give you a gold coin. Plus a good job plus a nice paying job as security when you get out.
Man, a gold a day for going to prison? There are places that like you can't even earn a gold a week for hard labor.
He goes, you're sure about that? And she shakes her head vigorously. I'm right before the end. This ends. That is a 19 on her persuasion. She has a plus.
Hey.
She has a +4, so 23.
There we go. That's pretty good.
He can't break it. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have anything that's a +3. I'll roll it just to be sure. He had a 17 on the die, and he goes, 1 gold a day. You guys got to help me with leniency. So
absolutely, man.
Okay. Let's do it. And as he says, "Let's do it," it wears off, and he's like, "What the like?" He's like, "What did I just
man.
No, you're agreed. You're agreed.
It's going to be fine, man. It's going to be fine. I promise. Look,
I'm going to Blackgate.
You're going to go to Blackgate anyway, honestly, because it's either going to be for the
20 years. They might just murder me. I'm agreeing to the death of a noble's man inside a noble's house.
You know, again, we have friends.
Philo has not bathed yet, and it's still red.
Look, again, we have friends with the guards, and we'll explain the situation. That yes, we were there when we shouldn't have been, and we got into a scuffle, and nobody was meant to get hurt. It was all kind of in a heat of the moment type thing. It wasn't premeditated. You weren't out to kill anybody.
Oh, great! So it's murder too. Oh God!
You'll be fine. I promise you'll be fine, man.
Okay. All right.
Here, chew on this. It'll make you feel a little more relaxed.
He just takes it, doesn't even look at it, just shoves it in his mouth. What was it, by the way?
You remember the hallucinogenic mushrooms? I still had some of that.
Con check. Failed.
He should start feeling really relaxed, at least to begin with.
Yeah. All right. So he goes on a trip. You guys wait for him to sober up. And the next day, now we're on day 2. So now's your winter aspect.
All right.
You guys bring him to Captain Hayfield. The rest of you stay at the forge. I'm going to say that only, actually, you know what? I'll say anyone who wants to come can.
I will come because I promise. I told him yesterday that everything will be okay. Probably won't be okay, but
He's in trouble, so he's just going to not.
Okay.
I have to go as well.
You have to. Ara has to. Traellus has to. Wellington has to. Josh, are you coming? Very good. All right.
I'm sorry. I was muted. I just went bio. I just got back. Where are we going?
Oh.
Nowhere. You're staying with me.
How much did you miss, man?
Probably all of where we potentially are going.
We're going to see.
We're going back to the guard captain.
Yes.
I'm staying with Milo.
Okay, very good. All right. So you guys leave. Immediately you're shown to Captain Hayfield's office. He looks at you and Ara, he looks sick to his stomach. Like he does not want to have to send you to prison. He really doesn't. He recognizes Traellus. He does not recognize Ranshaw or Wellington. And he says, all right, Ara, you and Traellus are here as requested. Who are these two gentlemen?
This is Ranshaw, and this is Wellington.
Gentlemen, Traellus.
Hello.
Okay. I'm going to state what I know. What I know is that someone who Ara has proclaimed to me was him and his company, which I assume includes you, Ranshaw.
Duh.
What about you, Wellington? You see Wellington clam up and just shake his head yes. And the captain looks at him like, okay. Traellus, I assume they were hired by you? Traellus says, yes, I hired all of them. First deception check.
Yay.
She's fail.
Oh no.
So he looks at Traellus, he says, all of them? You hired all of them? Are you sure about that? And she clams up immediately. She says,
strictly speaking, she hired Ara and myself, and then we proceeded to give terms to the rest of the group.
rescued. He says, okay. I accept that. Continuing with what I know. An event occurred while in that house while looking for documents that allegedly were stolen from you, Miss Traellus, Miss Flintforge, by Baron Troy. An incident occurred in which one of Baron Troy's retainers was killed. And the following day, Troy came to the guard, to Lord Commander Bigsby, and requested a warrant be placed on your head, Traellus. And you all are suggesting you guys have admitted to breaking and entering and killing the guard. There must be punishment for this. So I have only one question. Who is the individual who actually killed the guard?
Unfortunately, our rather nervous-looking friend Wellington here is the responsible member.
He looks at Wellington and says, "Is that true?" And Wellington kind of nervously looks around, just shakes his head. "All right, gentlemen."
Please. Please. Dice let us, please. For the sake of story. No!
He says, Wellington, were you the only individual to have harmed this person? And Wellington says, uh-huh. Did you do any harm with this person? Wellington shakes his head yes. And again, we're going to roll this. He says, okay. Were you the final blow? And he shakes his head yes. No fudging of the rolls. He made it. And he says, okay. Miss Traellus, what proof do you have that the documents were stolen from you? Traellus speaks up and she says, I can't prove to you that he betrayed me, but I can show you my documents going back 3 decades that I've been searching for this forge nonstop. And I am sure that if you were to bring him in, he would not be able to tell you anything about that forge. He wouldn't be able to tell you how. He wouldn't be able to tell you where. Well, I mean, he would be able to tell you where because he stole it from me. But he wouldn't be able to tell you why. He wouldn't be able to give you any information. I found that forge. I did it. And as soon as he thought that he could take it from me, he backstabbed me and threw me out on the streets. He accepts that. He nods. He says, mm-hmm. And yet, instead of coming to the guard, Madam Flintforge, you hired individuals to break into his house, resulting in loss of life. Do you see how that could have complicated the issue? She nods, but she says, yes, but it's well known that all noblemen have members on this, in this guard, Captain. For all I know, you're part of it. I couldn't trust you all. He does not. He says, it's an understandable fear, and yet the rules are the rules. So here's what we're going to do, lady and gentlemen. Wellington, you're going to be arrested today. You're going to go to prison. Thank you for coming forth. But, and because of your cooperation, we'll do our best to ensure that you are treated fairly and with a good sentence. The rest of you individuals should serve time for oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've watched Law and Order.
Aiding and abetting.
Assisted homicide is actually the word I was looking for there. Assisted murder, which in this kingdom carries the same penalty as murder. However, under the circumstances, I am willing to go to the Lord Commander on your behalf and request extensive community service. You all belong to the guard now. Traellus, she perks up, she says, since you are not much of a fighter, you will be tasked with bringing the Forge of Baldwin up to running status once again, under direct supervision of the Order of the Gauntlet. You will take no actions without consulting us. You will sell no weapons or armor without our direct permission. Is that understood? She actually accepts that quite readily. And he looks at you, gentlemen. He says, you all are free to roam, but whenever we call upon you, you you are to report to me with gusto. Do you understand?
I understand.
For the most part. Have question though. You see, we are not entirely free agents. We do have some patronage within the city. What do we do if there is a conflict?
Do you want to be arrested?
Do not wish to be arrested, but then again, if we make the Duke angry, he could have us arrested.
Roll me an insight check.
Or worse. All right.
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Not the worst. Let's see, insight. 15.
Okay. You see him tighten up when you mention the word Duke. He says, "Duke, elaborate."
Well, since I at least first arrived here in Coasthold, I happen to have been working for a Duke Margrave for various tasks. This was not one of them. Did not wish to invoke his name with this unfortunate incident. But he is expecting us to be available to help him in a couple days hence. Do not know the details. He operates rather clandestinely, but it has only ever been for the good of the kingdom as a whole.
Mm-hmm. That's what to be expected under such an auspicious member of the Lord's Alliance. He says, "You will come to me when summoned as quickly as possible. If there is any conflict, we will discuss it in greater detail at that time."
Understood.
I'm sure that as long as I'm sure as long as the goals of the Lord's Alliance and our tasking for you remain amicable, there should be no conflict.
Very good. One last question. Wellington, would he have any sort of visitation rights?
Visitation rights? In Blackgate?
Look, the incident in question, the night of it, nobody wanted that guard to die. It was a heat of the moment type thing. Obviously, we were where we should not have been. Wellington is quite scared, understandably. And as one of his only friends, I promised that if I could, I would try to visit him. I was hoping that you could make some arrangement, some concession for it. Even if only very rarely.
He looks at you and says, there are no visitations in Blackgate.
Could he get letters?
You get letters, but there are no visitations in Blackgate.
Wellington, I'm sorry, I cannot visit you, but I will write.
He says, I mean, yeah, I'll be, I'm sure it won't be forever, right? And he goes and he says, I mean, that's up to the captain says, I can make a recommendation, young Wellington, but unfortunately it is up to the Lord Commander and the judge to make sentencing, so we will have to see. He just kind of holds his head low. And he says, all right. Starts writing some parchments out on his paper, and calls in, calls in Sergeant Traellus, who Ara recognizes. And he says, Sergeant, excuse me. I want you to escort these individuals back to the forge of Baldwin's Forge and inspect their security situation, and then report back to me. Traellus, you are to come back with Traellus whenever he returns. Traellus nods in agreement. Other than that, Wellington, I'm afraid I must ask you to turn around now. Traellus, before you leave, you must bring this man down to the holding cells for sentencing. He has accepted he has turned himself in for the murder. We will report back to Baron Troy. Sorry, I'm forgetting all my names. I got Traellus in, Traellus, Wellington, Lord Commander Bigsby. Sorry. He says we will make a personal meeting with Baron Troy to inform him of the arrest. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed to find out that the individual has turned himself in and that Traellus has been able to find Baldwin's lost forge. You see a twinkle in his eyes if he's got something in mind going on. But he lets you, he for now, gentlemen, please be on your way. Everything is done, as he says. And that leads us to the end of the day 18. So unless anyone has anything they want to do for day 19, we'll kind of just move on to the main story, having convinced an innocent man to take the fall for a rabbit.
Not so innocent.
Well, it was Traellus's idea, and yeah, he was innocent of the murder, but he wasn't necessarily innocent. He was involved in the kidnapping.
Did the man who did the crime go to prison?
No.
Then a horrible miscarriage of justice has occurred.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Now, were we only getting paid for those 2 days by Traellus?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she offered you 10 gold for 2 days.
Yeah. I thought it was 10 gold per day for 2 days.
No, it's 10 gold, 10 gold just for you guys to kind of hang out at the forge.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys made runs for provisions. You could go back to the inn to get your meals and whatnot, but free time just hanging out at the inn.
All right.
Easily dispatching some weaklings. All right. So does anyone have anything? What'd you say? And eating them? Is that what
nobody?
No, I think he was saying
I did not kill anyone.
Oh, okay. Sure, I believe you. All right. Well, we'll hand wave the 19th day. So we'll say it's the dawn of the 20th day, and you guys do have to be back at the Old Coast Inn by noon. Yep. The guard has a rotation. Now she has hired a couple other individuals to take your guys' spot since you guys can't be there all the time. Just a couple of people my goodness, a handful of people that she can trust, that she doesn't think Troy can buy off, which is hard to come by, but with time she was able to reach out to someone. There is a guard there at all times, like one or two members of the guard at all times. Given that this is a very important find, they have made it, even though they're pressed for manpower at the moment, this has been very important to them. So they're posting a guard there all the time to watch over Traellus and make sure that she's not molested by Baron Troy's forces. So you guys are able to leave without fear of reprisal at this point, you feel like. And you guys return to the inn on the 19th day, and then you wake up and get your meal, and then you hang out for a little bit, and eventually William Tarse comes out of the cellar, and he waves you guys over, and he says, "Good, you're all here. You all ready to get to work? Because today is going to be a bad day."
Good. I've got some aggression I gotta work out.
Oh, good, Summer. All right, gentlemen.
Shouldn't you want summer for a bad day?
You're not wrong. It Could turn out very, very poorly for us if we're not careful, though. It's not just raw aggression today, my friend.
All right, then.
And he leads you guys down to the cellar. After he knocks, and I mean immediately the casket opens. Or the cask opens.
Duke's a vampire, confirmed!
Duke Margrave.
Blah, blah, blah.
Out comes Margrave. Out comes Lord Blackstone. And out comes Grimble, holding a smooth stone device with runes etched into the side of it that seems to be a four-sided cylinder, not rounded, but rectangular cylinder with a point, like an obelisk. And he says, whew. Excuse me. He goes over there and just kind of sets it carefully on the ground as Margrave speaks to you and says, "Thank you, gentlemen, for being here so promptly. As you all know, I don't know how to say this clearly. Today will decide the fate of this nation. I cannot stress that enough. For today, Duke Blackstone meets with no fewer than 5 agents of foreign nations as they come to an agreement on how to usurp our crown. You, gentlemen, are going to capture those agents alive. However, not before we get them recorded, their voice and their visual, admitting to their attempted treason and betrayal."
Well, what sort of magic are you thinking that we can do that with?
He looks at Grimble and he says, Grimble steps forward and he says, "I call it the Hollow Stone. This beautiful piece of machinery and magic." And he kisses it and he sets it down in front of everyone. He picks it up, kisses it, and sets it back down. And when activated, it presents a shield around a certain area that young Duke Blackstone over here will suggest is a cone of silence for protection. It's not actually a cone of silence, it just presents as such. What it will actually do, thanks to my brilliant engineering prowess and sexual attractiveness that all the women find irresistible, will be record all of the voices and images of the individuals within a 30-foot radius.
He needs to roll a persuasion check.
Who does?
The one talking about his sexual paralysis.
No,
Oh my gosh.
his sexual paralysis.
Paralysis.
I'm kidding.
Listen, you can press X to doubt. You can press X to doubt, but he does not. He's got full confidence. No, he says, and the brilliant thing about it is that after the what I call recording is completed, it can be played back at any time. It's stored in the stone like a memory, and can be played back at any time. The only catch, can only record for 10 minutes.
So what he's saying is that Blackstone here is going to have to get them to confess to their crime or their attempted coup within 10 minutes of turning on this cone of silence.
Yes, well, hopefully the natty isn't stupid enough to turn it on before they start actually talking shop. You know how these rich people like to prat on about their importance and their gold and their horses and all this good stuff. And while the rest of us just scratch out, you hear Margaret go, right. Sorry, Duke. Thank you for the gold for creating such a device. You know, I wouldn't want to sound like a hypocrite. Prick ass motherfucker. And you
Right.
hear Margrave you see Margrave just kind of smiling, like he's just like, what a moron.
All right. So you've got your device, and you got young Blackstone here. So where do we come in?
Yeah. Where do the taint lickers come in, Duke or Lord Blackstone? You see Blackstone just like look, give him a side eye at the taint liquor comment. He's like, oh, God. Gentlemen, my father has trusted me to be in the meeting. I will, when they start talking about the actual plot, activate the stone. After I have heard them give criminating evidence, I will walk over to the window and I will close the curtains. You gentlemen will have to be in a area where you can see that. That will be your signal to move into the house. There shouldn't be any guards other than the ones that the agents have brought with them. My father has brought no guards of his own, as to not spook the foreign representatives. They will be the only ones with guards. They should all probably be in the same room as the nobleman. So you guys should be able to make your way up there. I imagine my father will want to meet with them in the parlor. It's on the second floor, facing the north of our townhouse. When you see the curtains close, move in. The doors will be unlocked. I will make sure of it.
Right. So we need to get to the vicinity of your townhouse, stay on the north side of it, and just look at that second story and wait for the curtain to close. But specifically for you to close the curtain.
Yes, correct. And also, when
Right.
you enter, I know it's the opposite side, but I suggest moving through the south side. The north side of the first floor is the kitchen, and kitchen staff will probably still be there and may present a fuss if 4 armed men enter and attempt to move about the house freely.
Understood. Now, is there any way that you could help us with identifying these agents before we go in, or do we just have to hope that the fanciest dressed ones are the ones we want to knock out?
And Haley She says, I imagine that they'll be the fancy ones that will be there, probably running as soon as you enter. And crap hits the fan.
Hey, fair enough there. Fair enough. All right, capture the agents alive. I presume that if necessary, such provisions are not granted to their guards, or do we want to try and keep the body count as low as possible?
Duke Margrave steps up to that point. He says, anyone who gets in your way that is not one of the agents can be dispatched with prejudice.
Understood.
I do
no
have,
need to.
He holds up his hand and he says, I do, just to be understanding about this. Members of the Coasthold Guard have been brought in to act as a security perimeter only.
Understood. All
They
right.
have not been told what they're doing. I must press this. So if you interact with any of them, do not mention anything. We did not tell them anything except for this. This is the only thing they know about. We're going to a location. We're going to make sure no one exits that location because they're for fear of treason. Specifically, Duke Blackstone's name is not to be mentioned, lest one of them be under his influence.
Understood. Ain't reasons of national security grand.
Indeed.
What blanket powers it gives. All right, well, I think we have all the information we need. And if y'all have any questions?
I do not.
Not at the moment.
He nods. He says, all right, very good. Then let's go meet with our guardsmen, shall we?
Hey.
All right, and gentlemen, at that point, let's go ahead and take our mid-session break. We'll be back in 11 minutes, and we'll get this firecracker lit. See y'all soon. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for sharing your time with us today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like and subscribe button if you do. And also be sure to share it with anyone that you think would also enjoy it. Also, please be sure to check out our individual players' channels. We've got Chase, who's uploading videos again, even though he's in Europe. We've got Andrew, or Papa Panda 1, who's got a hardcore Subnautica run, as well as a Pokemon Infinite Fusions run, where all of his Pokemon must be fused with Snorlax. Josh is currently streaming a lot with Halo Infinite, as well as he's got a bunch of videos on World of Warcraft out there that I think you'll enjoy. Larry is Can't Win 'Em All Gaming, and of course I have Fairly Critical, where we talk about movies and television shows. Give us a view if you think. Check us out if you're interested in anything like that. But let's get back to the video. Thank you guys again. Appreciate it.
But I was going back through the tavern chat to that time, and I saw that you were like at blah blah at blah blah, and you're like at our Razor. We'll talk. I'll text you where you're gonna be at, and I was like, I was in jail.
You were in jail. You weren't even there
when
you watched the Haragon blow up a man like a Death Star. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's not our fault that he had that weird genetic defect where getting hit in the toe with an arrow caused complete
it's a short sword
disintegration.
Or dagger. What even an arrow?
What
stabbed him.
So what exactly? I mean,
you'll see. It'll release next week. Just watch the episode.
No. Wait. It's not the first episode though.
No, it's the second episode. The first episode released today.
Today. Have you not watched it yet?
You know that if you'd seen it.
It was released today?
Yeah.
September 6th.
I started watching it, and then I heard my voice, and I was like, come back to this later.
All right. Well,
I already liked and commented on it.
Yeah, Chase did too, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Here's the good news. That means that someone other than this group watched it. Because
hey, there we go.
Positive.
There we go.
Because if it was like at the time that I finished watching it, it had 7 views, and so I was like, you know what? That's everyone who's been a part of the channel so far.
I didn't know it released. I've only got 23 views on the video that I released.
I mean, yeah, it's your first video. Which, by the way, we got to find out how to put more on. We got to, like, you and I got to get together so we can release some more videos. But anyway, all right. Is Josh back?
No idea.
Hi.
I haven't heard his voice.
Okay, very good. I heard it. Thought a piece of me died.
But why can't we see his face, his beautiful face?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him why he's not on camera tonight. I didn't even ask. You just told me that you were off camera.
I was like, Josh, you bullied me into getting a webcam. Like you.
He did. I was a part of that.
You were.
I was a part of that, unlike Larry, who was not a part of being.
There he is. Okay, we have proof of life. I'm happy now. You can turn it off.
Okay, bye. Fine. Leave it on. I'm picking my nose behind screen. It's a nice cover.
I want to know when we're going to see the baby on stream.
I don't know. I've thought about this even for my own channel. I don't know if I'm going to bring him on camera.
Yeah,
That's fair. I try to keep my kids out of
Roxy
view.
and I haven't even talked about it. I'm just like, I don't really want to put my kids on the internet.
Yeah, I really don't either.
Like if they were to run up to me, like, and it was a cute thing, and it made me look like a good father, better than I potentially am. I might keep it in the video because it's cute, but no, it's not like we just voluntarily put our kids on camera. I don't want to be.
Sure.
I don't want to be those Instagram moms who screw up their kids, putting them on camera and making them look perfect when their lives.
You don't want to be balloon mom.
What's that show? That the young girl. I can't even think about it. Her mom. It was a whole big deal for like 5, 6, 7 years.
Honey Boo Boo.
That's what I was thinking. Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, that is a perfect example of why.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
all the dance moms kids have got
screwed
up.
Anytime off actual recording, absolutely. Whenever Jax is awake, I'll bring him over for sure.
Yeah.
What about me showing my grandson? Are y'all gonna judge me on that now?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cool.
You have a grandson? I
He was
didn't know.
on camera.
Oh, you weren't. He wasn't here.
He wasn't
I
here.
wasn't here.
He
Yeah.
weren't on.
It's all right. I'll just put a Can't Win 'Em All gaming logo over his face.
That's fine. There you go.
Can't win 'em all, baby.
Look at my grandbaby. Can't win them all.
All right, let's get back to it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Where we are picking back up where we left off. The party was dispatched alongside Lord Blackstone with the Hollow Stone, a device. Sorry, guys. Now I'm burping. A device that Grimble made to be able to record the audio and visuals of individuals within a 30-foot radius of the stone, so that way they could trap the individuals involved. I don't know why I'm going through all of this. For the audience, it's only been like 30 seconds. Future me has laid down some type of words of wisdom, and now we're back to past me. I don't know why we're going over all this. It's been like 15 minutes for us. All right. But I'm going to turn it back over to you guys. You guys are marching out of the cellar. You're out of the inn, and you're heading towards Duke Blackstone's town home. Go. Or don't. It's fine too.
It's like we're outside his home on the north side.
Do.
I just want to get this straight. I look at Ranshaw. Perimeter guards off limits.
Right.
The guards inside, total mayhem.
So
The agents off limits.
correct. So do not kill any of the perimeter guards. Don't even attack. Try not to interact with any of the perimeter guards. And as for those inside,
I will leave the talking to you.
Yeah, obviously, Blackstone himself, we don't, or young Blackstone, I should say, the one we're working with, we don't touch him. But the other ones in fancy dress that we presume are the agents are to be subdued without killing them. And the others, I'm losing my accent here. Woo, sorry about that. And the others, they if they get in our way, we take care of them in whichever way we see is best.
Essentially, he's giving you permission to paint the inside red with a blood mist.
I mean, I don't think he'd like us to just make it an absolute bloodbath if we could avoid it, but also
it's Milo.
It's at this point Duke Lord Blackstone says, "You do all know I can still hear you, right?"
I did not know you were here, sir.
All right. So
I did hear with extreme prejudice.
All right. So
he said at this point he says, "Look, with the mission, the noble's alive. All other guards on the inside of the house up to you. The guards outside of the house are going to be Coasthold city guards. Probably don't want to mess with them. As for my father, I'll take care of him. Just let me deal with him, please."
So looking around, because I assume we're outside, is like
yeah, you guys are moving through the city right now.
Okay, we're moving through the city, so we're not there yet. All right. So I'm gonna ask. So this townhouse of yours, just how much open space is there around it? How close are the other buildings? I'm trying to get an idea on where we can hold up without looking too suspicious.
Yeah, it's a residential area. There's foot traffic. Pretty much all hours of the day. You can move across the street to get a feel for the window. There's no wall around the property.
No grand courtyard or garden or anything like that.
No, our townhouse is rather, well, for nobleman standards, for Duke-like standards, rather, how do you all say
unimpressive?
It? Laid back is how I would have actually put that.
All right. So, and the other buildings around it are just other houses, so...
It's a residential area, yes.
Right, so we couldn't exactly just hide in one of those, not without probably causing a bit of a ruckus.
I wouldn't attempt it. No.
Right. Well, you heard him. Once we get there, we just need to do our best to post ourselves on the north side without looking suspicious or like public nuisances, as best we can.
What time of the day is it right now?
Right now, by the time you guys get to the house, it's about 1 o'clock. The agents are not supposed to arrive until dinner time, around dinner time. So, but you guys are going out and marching now.
Right. So we've got a little bit of time. Any thoughts on what we could be doing while we wait, so as to not, as much as the guard is somewhat aware of what's going on, we also don't want to arouse the suspicion of anybody inside.
I happen to have a deck of cards. We can play cards.
On the street?
I was gonna say, who's just playing cards on the street, though?
What wasn't it Milo who suggested a little bit ways back we could play rock, shares, or parchment?
Again, right on the street outside the home seems.
We don't have to be on the street. We can be we can find a little place to kind of, as long as we can see the window.
Listen.
What's suspicious about a hand gesture game?
All right, listen. Until you start seeing people arrive, they should arrive through the main door on the south side. They won't go through the north side. Until you see people arrive, just continuously walk around the area, keeping an eye on the house. Keep a distance. If you don't stay in one place, you're not loitering. So just walk around the house. When you start seeing people arrive around dinner time, find a spot to post up on the north side and wait for the curtains.
Or it takes that advice literally, if as long as I'm not standing still, and starts a 2-foot diameter pace and just in a circle.
Whee!
Not suspicious at all.
All right, I understand you're talking about just walking around the block. That said, if we're going to be walking around the block, just what? How do I put this? What are the soliciting laws in the area?
The soliciting laws? What are you going to do? Go hawk your personality to someone?
No, but let's say I just want to know if anybody's heard about or would like to hear more about the Great Platinum Dragon.
I'm pretty, Renshaw. I'm pretty sure.
I killed the DM.
I'm pretty sure they've banned trench coats here. No trench coats allowed.
You ruined it, and I'm leaving.
Oh no!
I say we wing it. Let's see what happens when we get there.
He looks at you and he says, "Are you wanting to talk to me about our Lord and Savior, the Platinum Dragon?"
Well, I mean, if you'd like to, but I just thought it might be a...
No, I don't.
Fair enough. And I doubt most people that are in the area would want to, but it would give us a good reason to be wandering around.
Would it?
You can tell me about it out there, because I don't know who you're talking about.
Wait,
yeah, tell the bunny about the shiny magical dragon.
All right then. All right, we'll just walk and attempt to blend in with the crowd as best we can. Gotcha. Without knocking on doors and asking people if they want to talk about Bahamut.
I'm a bystander that happened to walk by and you just wanted to tell me about this shiny dragon.
I mean, I'll talk to you about Bahamut if you want to while we're waiting, but do you really want to?
I think it makes a good cover and I learned something.
Well, all right then. Well, wait until we actually get to the house.
I mean, you guys make it to the house. You guys make it to the house about 1 o'clock. And he says, "All right, now you can talk about your shiny god. I'm going inside." And he leaves you guys. Don't be... sorry. He says, "Don't be suspicious."
Look what you did, Milo.
Screams
Here you
out
go.
loud from the door.
Don't do anything weird.
So I guess
Shut up, Nappa.
move towards the north side to see if we can where a good view of that window would be.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking of DBZ abridged.
I know.
I
found a Pokemon, Vegeta. It's a Chaozu.
My name is
Dang
Chaozu. It's a Chaozu, Vegeta. Okay.
Oh, you self-destruct. Okay, done. Sorry for derailing.
He keeps kicking me in the deck.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Milo, you you go to the north side of the building and you see exactly the window that he's talking about. It is across. You move across the street to get so you can see more into it. You're not directly below the house. And you're moving on the other side. The area is got cobblestone sidewalks. The street is cobblestone, and then there's elevated sidewalks. And you're on the far side. And you do absolutely see the window that he's referencing.
I kind of just pace that area.
Power walk.
Slow walk. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in a rush for anything.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Is there any
erratic
way?
Pacing.
Is there any way I could pass as a guard on the outside with my full armor
I
set
was
up?
going to say you're at least kitted out like a guard. I'm kitted out like a hobo.
Like, what's the intention? You want to make it look like you were hired? Like, you want to make it look like you're a Coasthold guard, or like you're a guard of the house?
A guard of the house, like where I can be by the entrance that we need to go into.
Mm-hmm. Make me an intelligence
We're
check.
the same armor.
You would pick an intelligence.
I gave you very specific information about 30 minutes ago. And apparently you or your character doesn't remember it. So we're going to make an intelligence check.
Oh, this is real life intelligence?
Good Lord. Roll your damn D20.
Intelligence. Oh, 18.
18? Okay. You remember very specifically, as you're about to go stand up there, you're like, oh, I'll go past as a guard, that you were specifically told Duke Blackstone did not have any guards as a show of good faith to the agents, so that way they wouldn't feel like I
was talking about a city
neighboring
guard.
house.
I specifically asked you if you meant Coasthold City Guard, and you said no. I meant a guard around the house.
No, I was talking about a city guard.
How convenient. Okay. No, you do not look like the city guard. They have very specific
part of the episode where we do a little flashback to see what actually happened.
Yeah.
It was just
Play the clip.
It was just a question. It was a yes or no question.
The answer is no.
Cool. All right, then I will not go do what I was.
I will not go do that thing that I said I might do.
All right. I am going to look for a place to. So let me do a what is it, perception check or whatever to see what is in that north side area. Is that a thing?
I mean, you don't even need a perception check. There's no wall. There's a door of the house.
Right. So on the north side, there's apparently a cobblestone street, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's on the other side of the street?
Houses. It's a residential area.
How tall are the houses?
They vary. The Duke's house is a 2-story house. There's several other 2-story houses around it. The one on the directly on the other side of the street is a single story, but it's wider. It's not a townhouse. It's
Do they have any porches?
No, there's no porches. No.
Okay.
It's not like a white picket fence house. It's more like a house in a city, right? Very small yards, kind of walking up to. The porch is really just an exterior walkway leading into the house.
So to complicate things further, so you said the house directly across from the north side is a single story.
Yes.
But is there a 2-story house to either side of that particular house?
We'll say that on the east side, there is a 2-story house with a, let's say, 30 feet kind of grassy lawn in between the two.
Okay. Would someone potentially be able to covertly make their way to the roof of that house and still maintain a good visual on the window that young Blackstone told us to? Okay.
No, it is directly like if you're on that building, you are facing the east side of the Duke's house.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So the only way would be to technically be on with the 1-story house, which I mean, this 1st-story house, the roof, how's it looking? Is it flat top, sloped?
I mean, it's sloped. It's a noble's, or not, maybe not necessarily a noble's house, but it's a house in a noble's area. It's a sloped, well-built roof.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will just be taking Blackstone's suggestion and slowly strolling through the area, making sure to pass by this north side every so often, especially as we get closer to the evening when the meeting is supposed to start.
Okay.
And just keeping a weather eye on that window whenever possible.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it takes a couple hours. You guys, it's a test of patience more than anything else. Around what you believe to be around 5 o'clock in the evening, as you guys are doing your rotations, you do see individuals in fine clothing entering in through the south door. Normally they never come together, but there's always 2 people that come at a time. One in very fine clothing, the other one with some type of sword.
Okay.
5 of these agents or members that are walking in there, you're saying they each have one other person with them?
Correct. They come in 2-man teams, but never more than 2 at a time.
Okay. And we're able to see each of these members entering?
Not necessarily each of them, because you guys are still walking, but as you guys are walking, you start to see individuals move in. You see a couple of them move in.
The ones that we are able to see, is it pretty? Does there seem to be a pretty clear difference between the one who are the ones who are there to guard and the ones who are there to talk?
They're both wearing rapiers. However, give me a perception check.
All right.
Anyone who wants to attempt this can give me a perception check.
Ooh, that's a 17 on the die.
Determine.
Plus, let's see here, perception. So that's a 23. That was good.
I got a 8.
For someone who's freaking
Yeah, I know. I rolled
expert in this.
I rolled a 2.
Ouch.
Yeah.
12.
12. Auric, are you rolling? Okay.
He said no.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. Man. So what you are the only one who's able to really gain anything from this Ranchaw. There are individuals. They're all carrying rapiers.
Okay.
Underneath their fine clothing. It does seem that it was specifically constructed to hide armor. Some have very bulky chests, but it seems very ceremonial. Others, the ones you would have actually picked just on their facial, like they're not as well groomed, have thicker padding, but it's not as bulky.
Gotcha.
What you do with that information is up to you.
When possible, I'm going to discreetly try and share that with the group. It's like, gotta look at least some of the ones entering, and it looks like we may have a slightly harder time determining who's who once we get in there. Looks like the guards and the agents are trying to look as similarly dressed as possible, armed and armored, but some you're gonna have to take a real good look. Some of them, their armor looks a little more ceremonial, and the other ones, as best I could tell, the ones that don't look quite as well groomed have armor that looks a little more functional. Now, I can only assume that means that they're the ones that are actually meant to do the fighting, but kind of our best guess. We may want to revise our idea and just kind of go for a subdue everyone and then sort them out later, as opposed to allowing any to die.
That sounds like ideal plan. Milo's ears kind of drop.
Fine, we won't kill anybody.
And I don't get to use my sword that often, so I guess this is a chance.
Oric, Ara, what do you think of that? Just switch to the subdue all, sort them out later plan?
As long as I can subdue him with a longsword.
I agree to it now.
Pommel to the back of the head is usually
a good way to make someone lose all their memories and all their idea of who they are.
Look, we were only told to keep them alive, not. There was no mention that they have to actually remember anything.
D&D is not a simulation game.
That's right.
I agree to it now, but I make no promises when I get into my little fit.
I mean, obviously, all plans just disintegrate at first contact with the enemy, but it's what we got.
Most of the time.
We at least go in with that intent, and then we see what happens. With
With
any
this
luck,
information, I split up so we're not standing in a group. I just walk off.
Yeah.
All right.
With any luck, the ones that we want to capture will perhaps, let's just say the ones that we don't need to worry about capturing will be more willing to put themselves in harm's way than the ones that we do want to capture. But we'll see.
Okay. As you guys are talking, you're actually joined by William Tarse, and several Coasthold guards are with him. Okay. And he says, "Gentlemen, how are we looking?"
Well, we're ready, but we've noticed a potential problem, but not a huge one. From what we could see of those entering the building, it would appear that the agent and their retinue are dressed similarly. Let's just say it won't be as easy to tell between the two once we get in there, but we'll do our best.
Says, all right. I've been given orders, even though that we're arresting them all, to stay out here and coordinate guard forces. So it'll be just you guys in there with Lord Blackstone.
We'll
do you feel confident?
I feel quite confident.
All right. And he looks at the guards with him, and he just starts pointing at areas, and they start kind of motioning off. How many of you counted so far?
I have already forgotten because thank you. Three.
I don't think
pairs.
I actually gave you. I don't even think I gave you guys a full number actually. So.
Thank you. I'm saying like I don't remember a number being given, but
yeah, I don't think I gave you guys a full number. You guys, I'm gonna say that you guys have counted 3 specifically.
3 pairs.
Yes.
Okay. So we've seen 3 pairs enter. So as far as we know, 6, and we're waiting. They said there's supposed to be what, 5 total?
5.
All right. So we're waiting for the arrival of 2 others, or perhaps there are 2 that arrived that we hadn't seen yet. About to make another pass on the north side to see if that curtain's still open.
Nah, you guys better go ahead and post up over on that north side. I'll watch the south and make sure the guards stay out of view.
All right. Well, you heard William. Let's go.
All right. About another half hour passes. We're about 5:30 in the evening.
Mhm.
You have no idea if any more individuals have entered or what's going on, how long it's taking them for them to talk. But a few minutes more pass. You guys are taking turns kind of spying out the window. And eventually you do see Aiden Blackstone walk over, close the curtains in front of that north window.
All right. That's the signal. Let's head on over to the south side. He promised that the door should be unlocked, so let's just get in there right quick.
And do so quietly.
Right?
I will not kick in the door this time.
Do we want... how do we want to do this? Like, who do we want to enter first? Do we want to try and send me in first? And then you all follow?
I'd go in last.
Personally, I think men in hulking armor should go in last if we're trying to keep a low profile.
Sounds good to me.
I can't take these off. Or it flexes. And...
Unfortunately, those don't make too much noise unless you hit them.
Just don't let me rage.
Hold me
All
back, Kent. Help me back, fam.
All right, so...
All right, you
think
guys
that's a
make
good
it
idea.
over to the south, back over to the south side,
Yep.
and enter onto the lawn.
Yep. Would like to... I would at least like to go ahead and enter the building without making too much noise if possible. Don't know how, if the doors are unlocked and hopefully well oiled, it doesn't make too much noise.
Yeah, they're unlocked, well oiled. There, when you enter in, go ahead and move your tokens up.
Oh, right. Full 20.
Yeah, it exists.
It exists.
As you enter in, you see. Hold on. Oh, I forget. Roll 20 has a cap. There we go. You enter in a foyer area, and it appears to be an open area over here to your right, and a closed door over here to your left with stairs leading up. You don't see down the hallway very far, but there is no one in here with you at the moment.
Well, he had mentioned second story parlor. That's where I'm hoping they still are. So I would like to, if necessary, stealthily go up the stairs.
Okay.
I don't want to announce our presence.
Yeah. We'll say you're going at a slow pace to
Okay.
try and move up there. Go ahead and move your tokens.
I'm supposed to be going in last.
All right, I confused
Josh.
literally like a frame by frame.
I was trying to catch up.
So as you guys move up, there is if you look up further north on this map, you'll see a second floor.
Oh, okay.
That you
Perfect.
can continue. As you get to the top of the stairs, go ahead and move your tokens.
Or I guess technically I'd be here.
Okay.
Trying to rotate my...
As you get to the top of the stairs, you notice a servant walk out of this room here. Doesn't notice you until he tries to go down the stairs, and then he's startled. He's holding an empty bottle, a tray of empty glasses, and he's startled for a second. And he says,
Oh, gosh. You don't want to be here right now. You don't want to make a noise. We're here.
Move to the side to let that
Let's just
member
say
and
we-
walk past us.
we're here with Blackstone's knowledge.
give me a persuasion check.
I'd say I'm not lying.
You're not.
I
well,
didn't say which Blackstone.
You didn't say which Blackstone.
All right, persuasion. Thank you, die. 18 on the die plus. I don't think I have proficiency in persuasion, do I? I do. That's a 21.
Okay. Nervously, the individual nods and while the Haragon's moving to the side, it's the servant in them is not going to go down the stairs while you guys are on the stairs. They move over here.
Yep.
And just get out of y'all's way quietly.
Yep. And we'll get out of his way so he can go downstairs and tell himself that he saw nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Do his best.
I didn't see nothing.
Do his best Sergeant Schultz impression. For the two of you watching this that get that reference.
Yeah. All right. Excuse me. All right, he goes down the stairs, nervously looking at you guys the entire time, but he does so.
All right, I assume that this door is closed.
It is closed, yes.
All right. Well, it's like, I believe that's where we want to be. I don't see, like, from here, there's no, like, side hallways or anything like that.
There is a side hallway here if you want to peek at it, but you can't, from your perspective, you can't really see into it.
Go ahead, peek. I want to get a good idea I want to make sure we're busting into the right room.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Then. Yeah.
Peek.
Yep. Peeking. All right. And we were pretty sure that the window would have been roughly here.
Yes, correct.
Cool. Yep. All right, everybody in position.
At the door.
Yeah, gonna point at the door and kind of, 5, 4, like everybody get in what a position you want to be.
All right, gentlemen, roll me initiative.
Yes. And no. Come on.
All right.
Now I'm
1.
What was that?
What did I miss?
21.1.
21.1. Ranshaw. What's that negative value? Just kidding. I know you're
negative value. That would be a 9.5. I rolled a 4 on the frickin' die.
Auric.
Dang it.
10.2.
Milo. Repeat, please. I could not hear.
22.10.
22.10. Wow.
Man, going dead last.
Not quite dead last. Hold on, I gotta do all this crap because I forget.
It's good to know that somebody in there rolled worse than me.
Two individuals.
Oh, there we go.
Out of 10. Hold on. I forgot that one of you guys has a positive 10 modifiers, and I gotta go add zeros. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sake. Good Lord.
Gloomstalker plus Harangon Racial is a great way to just always have a good initiative score.
Yeah, essentially be first. All the time.
Because it constantly increases.
Yep.
All right. You guys are stacked up on the door. Milo, you are technically first in the initiative order. You tell me what you're doing.
I guess since I'm put myself in the back, can't really crawl through them. So should have thought that part through.
Yes.
Can I at least?
Then we're coming to you, Ara, so be ready with whatever you're doing.
I'm always ready.
I Is it possible to just... No.
You could hold an action.
If I hold it... Can I hold an action and still move while holding an action?
I mean, you can move on your turn. If you want to move as the trigger action, you can't hold your movement. You could, the action that you hold though could be dash.
Yeah, I feel like that would make the most sense. Hold a dash as soon as I get space to actually get into the room.
Okay.
So once the door opens and I have movement available for me,
Okay.
I'll just dash into the room.
Okay. I'll let you do that. That's your action. Ara, you're up. Anything you're doing?
I don't think I can move past these guys, can I?
You cannot.
Can we see into the room?
No, it's a closed door. Otherwise, all hell will be breaking loose already.
Oh, okay. Well, I will just stand here with my sword and shield out.
Sword and shield out. Any trigger, like any action you want to hold, or you're just standing there like a schmuck?
So say you can sacred flame, right? You got a cantrip. You could ready a sacred flame.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, what's the trigger?
You're gonna have to explain that to me.
So whenever you hold an action, you're saying I'm going to do this when this condition is met. So what's your condition? What's your trigger? What will cause you to trigger that sacred flame?
So like door opens and on the first person you can see that you think is a guard, or what?
Yes, that's
okay.
Yes, that sounds good to me.
Okay. All right.
Love it.
Skip. Auric.
Already a rage and a swing of the hammer. Can I actually ready both?
No. Now, technically you can go ahead and bonus action rage and then ready to swing the hammer, but again, if you miss, or if no one you open those doors and there's no one to swing at and no one attacks you before your next round, you're going to lose the rage.
You know what? We're raging.
Okay. You hear all of a sudden Auric just starts pounding his chest. Stealth was the mission. And
not yet. Hold on.
Now, Auric, do you have any thrown weapons? Because you could ready to throw a weapon. That would still count. You're still making an attack roll.
Not at the moment, but my rage.
Gosh darn it, we got to get you some hand axes or something.
Okay, so with this one, I'm going to read it to you real quick, Jacob, because I want to double check.
Okay.
This particular rage that I got is choose one creature within 30 feet of you and force it to make a con save. If it fails, take one. Since it's choose, I don't have to, right?
Yes. As in, like...
No, you'd still need to choose a creature.
Oh, is this your wild magic table?
Yeah.
Oh no, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
If it had said you may choose, then you wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
But if it says choose a creature,
I can type may really quick.
No.
I have ownership of this Excel.
Joshua. Let chaos reign.
Okay, so Ranshaw being next to me, please make a con save.
Oh gosh darn it! What are you doing to me?
It's nothing significant, hopefully.
It better not be, because apparently I'm getting my poor rolls out of the way.
Because some of these DCs, the saves on here, I don't have
guaranteed
the DC for.
I fail. I guarantee I fail because that's a 9. Your base DC would have to be at least a 10, unless you got a negative somewhere.
No.
Yeah.
So to make sure I'm doing this right, if it's a con save, it goes off of my con modifier, my proficiency, and +8, right?
Well, no, he's making a con save. Your DC, though, is the same as it is for all other, like if it was a paladin, other DCs. So there's paladins that that cast
So
magic.
right, I don't have a DC written down for anything because
if
of
I'm
what
not
I'm
mistaken,
doing.
for paladin, most of their paladin DCs are either strength or charisma. I can't remember. Like when it's the paladin caster,
Probably charisma.
I think it's charisma.
Well,
I think like when
right,
you're
but he's a barbarian, isn't he?
or not a paladin,
Yeah.
barbarian.
Give me a second. I have
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
barbarian.
let's
The
see here.
wild
Let's see.
magic
Wild
barbarian,
magic.
I
Here we
think, is
go.
a
Wild
charisma
magic.
DC.
Okay, so for wild surge, according to his feature, his DC is based off of his con mod.
Oh,
It's
con mod.
8
Okay,
plus proficiency plus con mod. That is what sets
It's
his
14.
DC.
so 14.
And that's regardless of what kind of save I would make.
Right.
Like,
Your DC is always 14, regardless.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was
All right.
charisma, but
so
yeah.
I definitely fail. So what happens to me?
You take 2 radiant damage,
Ow.
and you
Why?
are blinded until the start of my next turn.
Blinded?
You had to
Blinded.
rage when there were no enemies around.
by the light.
Cool.
Well, also, this is probably one of the battles that you kind of need to see.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I made this table. What was that one called?
It just says choose one creature within 30 feet of you.
I thought I gave them all
Yeah.
names. Never mind.
No, you did not.
Blind rage is about what it's about to be. All right.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew. I appear love you. Auric, on the other hand, it is what it is, man.
All right. And so you've raged. What's your are you holding an action?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ready a hammer blow.
Ready a hammer
Swing
blow?
of the hammer.
So what's the trigger?
If somebody comes at us.
If someone comes at you.
And
Okay.
if someone comes at Ranshaw, even more specifically, the guilt is a little overwhelming.
If someone
at the
steps within range is what I'm going to say there.
Yes.
Okay. Skip.
Cool.
Hey, blind Ranshaw, what do you want to do?
It's like, well, I mean, the original plan was to open the door and go in, but now I'm blind. Like, I can't even, like, this, and it came on very suddenly. So I
Right.
would have to say I'm probably
haven't
so
moved.
disoriented. May not have moved, but I'm disoriented enough. I don't think I'd actually have the presence of mind to open a freaking door right now. I'm kind of like, oh, what the? I can't see. I can't
don't
see.
know that
What
you'd
happened?
want
I
to.
can't see.
Or grabs his hand and places it on the door very gently.
I mean, he doesn't have to open it.
I know.
Yep.
So I wouldn't even technically I wouldn't even know when this blindness is going to end. It's like, everybody, I don't know what happened, but I've suddenly gone blind. We may have to. You may have to do this without me. Get me out of the way until this resolves itself.
You hear someone on the inside go, "Do you hear that? Do you hear something?"
Feck.
All right, that's Ranshaw. I'm just gonna say you're basically.
No, that's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's my turn.
All right, skip. All right, Milo.
You want to step to the left?
Milo, you're back.
Oh man.
Sorry, Josh.
I'm sorry, but
And
I expected more action.
I'm
Roll the dice was an
assuming-
overtime.
some sort of action or bonus action or other action allow me to move Ranshaw slightly to the left so I can at least get to the door and someone finally open it.
I'm going to say if you come over and you grab my hand and try to guide me over to the side, I will go, because I said somebody move me out of the way. I just didn't trust moving on my own.
Yeah, I won't.
I will,
Technically, that's a grapple action, but since he's like willingly going, I'll say that it's. You could just as a bonus action move him over if you need to with your movement.
so I guess just move him to the left
Okay.
and then kind of swap places with him.
Okay. You want me to move you, or you got it? How's your laptop doing?
It'll get there eventually.
Okay,
I
very
moved
good.
it, but I don't know how long that takes.
All right, very good.
Then I am just, I guess, an action to throw the door open.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
then take a view.
Take a view. Yep. All right. You open the door. Everyone immediately looks at you.
I love how we're such a crack team.
Bad flash. The problem is Josh didn't yell flashbang before he
No, he
threw
didn't.
one. And he didn't even wait for the door to open before he pulled it.
Man, we got to teach you proper breaching etiquette, man.
Sorry, I didn't play Counter-Strike very well.
Yeah. All right, you look inside. Multiple individuals look towards you, and before you can finish your turn, Milo, which I guess that is kind of the finishing of your turn, unless you want to move
That
in.
would be it.
Yeah. Up here, I'm marking him. Is Lord Blackstone, and he says, "Gentlemen, by the authority of the king, you're all under arrest. Please do not resist." And he's when he says that part, you see him. He's staring directly at his father, and his father's just staring back at him with a mixed face of bewilderment, fear, and anger.
They then proceed to resist.
All right, Ara.
Seeing who he's staring at, so I know who Papa is.
Oh, it's definitely this dude.
I assumed, but I didn't want to make.
Yeah, no, that's definitely him.
This is like an anime. They're slightly different character designs, therefore we know their main characters.
Yep.
All right, so it's my go.
Just wanted to make sure, though.
It is your go, sir.
Can I do it? I'm assuming this guy is one of the noblemen.
Yes. I mean, maybe.
I'm gonna.
They're the ones with the bulky plate. They're the ones with the bulky chest. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, and then the other people that look like they have weapons is the guards. Got it.
It's not a bad assumption to make. Let's see here. There's one group that's all towards the center, and another group that's surrounding, as if like in a defensive
My
posture.
thought process was story-wise.
Yes, correct.
Quick, everybody, put the guards in the center. They'll never see it coming.
Formations.
All right, so since I know Sacred Flame's not gonna kill somebody, I'm gonna Sacred Flame that dude.
Okay. Dex save, if I'm not mistaken.
Dang it. Yeah, it's a dex save. And Larry, how dare you make an assumption with this man as our DM? He probably gave them all 1 hit point. Just to vex us.
No.
Just for this
So
moment.
I probably only have 10.
No. No. What's the DC on that?
It says
It's 14.
yes, 14.
Okay. He passes.
I think down.
Thank you. He passes, so there should be no damage because that's just a cantrip.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Sorry.
Have some weirdness there.
Yeah, everything just froze for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Is it my turn?
No.
Now we have a lot more people to go through.
Ara, you
Nice job.
your cantrip has failed. Do you want to do anything else? You have failed miserably. Would you like to try again? You don't have
I don't.
anything really. I think you can do so.
Well, technically, wasn't that his reaction? Like, it wouldn't have been his turn. Like,
I
doors
guess-
thrown
Oh, you're-
open, it was held, he was holding his action.
Can I do another Sacred
Oh, you're
Flame?
right.
The
You know
Sacred
what? You're
Flame?
right. It's not even his turn. That
Yeah.
should have been interrupted. Yes, it is now your turn, sir.
So now you have a full action. You can try to walk in there, shove past us. I think.
Oh, I mean Milo's in front of him, but yeah, I mean difficult.
I am only 3 feet tall.
He puts his hand on your head and just shoves you down. Get out of my way, rabbit.
Like,
I won't allow that. We are working, kind of trying to be one.
Oric, we got
Listen.
a bunch of people in front of you, but you're the next player that we're gonna get to, so be thinking.
It's simple thought.
Hit something.
I mean,
He's good at simple thoughts.
What? Wow.
You blinded me. I'm allowed this shot.
So yeah. We'll wait.
What you got, Larry? The answer is Sacred Flame.
I'm a Sacred Flame.
There it is. All right. On the same target?
We're going to try
Yep.
again.
That's a pass. Sorry.
Alright. 1d8.
No, he passed.
No.
He passed.
He passed.
No
So
damage.
he takes no damage.
Never mind.
Yeah. That's your turn unless you go and do something with your bonus action. Or movement. Going once. Going twice. Pass. All right. This individual. Okay, really? For heaven's sake. All right. This individual stands up from his chair. And moves here. And then seems to be talking with it's common, but it's a different dialect. It's hard to understand. You get the sense that it's giving him orders though. Luckily,
Sounds like Gambit in the latest
yeah,
in Deadpool Wolverine.
Gamble no name nobody no name Michelle. This individual walks up into range of a hammer strike. Because Jacob is a kind and courteous DM, despite the lies that Andrew would have you believe. That they all have one hit point, and I'm just waiting for you to fail my story that I wrote.
17 to hit.
17 will hit. Roll your damage.
He's right. They don't have one hit point. He probably gave them 2.
I can't get my. Okay.
Bold of you, sir. To
You
continue
split the
down
difference.
this
They have one.
path.
They have 1.5
9
hit points.
bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he is still alive. He is alive. He's alive. I marked the wrong person. He's still alive though. Okay. All right. That is your trigger. This noble who has had to dodge twice now, runs up here, runs over here, and also gives orders to this individual, who luckily also goes next. Did I do that on purpose? I must have. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Okay. This person stands ready and attempts to swipe at Zahedigon. That is a nat 1. He attempts to swipe at you, and even though you're 3 foot, he makes a 5 foot swing. So just completely whiffs that one. That's his turn. Noble Blue skips, does nothing. Guard Blue skips, does nothing. All right, Auric, you're up.
Well, fortunately, I keep my rage. So the one right in front of me will need to make the con save.
Okay.
I choose him. It's at the beginning of every turn.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right,
During the
I
left of
couldn't
the range.
remember if that was one of the. Oh, that was one of the good ones I gave you too.
Yeah, it was.
It was just unfortunate
green,
that
right.
there was no actual enemy to target the first time.
That's a 17.
Okay, he saves.
Yes. Okay. That just happens, I think, right? Or is that your
Correct.
bonus
Yeah,
action?
it's actually a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and take another hammer swing at him.
Okay.
That would be. That should be 14 to hit.
That will not hit.
All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That'd be my turn then. He giggles as if pack tactics is about to happen to me.
No, I'm giggling because Larry has just texted me a message. Larry, do you need to go right this instant, or do you think you can hang on for about 15 minutes?
I can hang on for 15 minutes.
Okay. We'll see. I think we might. I'll be honest, I didn't give them no health points, but I gave them low health points. So we'll see how fast you guys can chew through them. All right, gentlemen, we're on a time clock. Let's get it done. Orc, that's your turn. Noble Green moves over here. Noble or I'm sorry. What the fuck is happening?
Why is he so big?
Because my mouse doesn't like me tonight.
He
Okay.
cast Embiggen on himself.
Yeah.
And biggin.
In biggin. It's all the people who hate the Acolyte. They're all in biggins. All right. Noble Green comes over here. Ranshaw, you're up. You're not blind
Cool.
anymore.
Not blind, and I got a bunch of people in my way.
You do. Just go flying over the Haragon. Full tackle. Full send.
I mean, okay, actually, what is the clearance here? Like, I would like to try I would love to do some sort of acrobatic maneuver to get on the other side of these guys.
To get on the other side, I'm going to say not possible.
Not even if I burn a discipline for Step of the Wind shenanigans?
I mean, you could face step and teleport over there, probably.
Oh, gosh. I forgot I can face step.
Yeah. I mean, Occam's razor here
Duh.
says the easiest solution is face step, is teleport.
Yep,
essentially.
nope, you're right. So, yeah, if I can see over here, then I am going to go ahead, bonus action. Well, actually, I probably could see here, right?
Yeah, just
Not
go stand
here.
on that table.
I mean, so bonus action, going to go ahead, face step there. Since I am in summer aspect, they are going to take an automatic 2 fire damage, I think.
Purple and orange.
Yes.
So you're on the
double
table?
checking here.
He's on. He's
Summer.
Yeah, Shorty's.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, immediately after you use your face step, each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus,
Right.
which is currently 2. So yeah,
Gotta go
they'll take 2 fire damage.
Alright.
that-
Dance floor. Okay. Continue.
So that's my bonus action. So these guys are the ones that look like they have the bulkier stuff.
Yes.
These guys, the more padded stuff, and these guys are the ones actually moving to engage, right?
Correct. That is
Cool.
accurate.
All right. So I'm gonna risk it.
Okay.
Step there.
Okay.
Gonna risk an opportunity attack from purple.
Yeah. I was trying to like think logically, but I mean the rules. It's there for a reason. That's a crit.
Okay. That is a crit. Okay.
No, it's a risk reward system, so
That's okay. I have a reaction.
And yeah, because it's gross. It's 10. It's 10.
10.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's my minimum? My minimum is 10 right now. So I will reaction
Gross.
deflect.
Gross.
Deflect attack. And you know what? For extra fun, I am going to spend that discipline point.
On to orange.
And onto orange. I was rereading it. I actually could do it back on himself, but I think it's going to be more fun to do it onto orange. So
Okay.
yeah, we're going to redirect it onto orange, which trying to make sure that is that an attack roll or saving throw? Within 5 feet of me when the attack. Dexterity saving throw. It must make a dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
Orange does.
Yep.
Oh, that one he failed.
He failed? Cool. So that's going to be 2d6 plus my dex mod. He will almost max. That's 11 on the dice plus 5, so he'll take 16 damage. He'll take more damage than what would have been done to me.
Yep. As you see the rapier comes to stab you, and you actually like kick it, and it pierces him through the neck. And Purple just looks like, ooh, my bad. Orange is dead.
All right, so that was bonus action, reaction, action. I'm going to go ahead and punch non-lethally
Right.
this guy.
Orange nobleman theoretically.
Yep,
Okay,
orange
roll it.
nobleman theoretically.
Roll the hit. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, hopefully their armor class isn't the best. That is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. He will take 9 points of non-lethal bludgeoning.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to do with the rest of your movement?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to hang out right here. I'm
Alright.
in the room now, so I'm happy.
Okay. This nobleman went to market.
I appreciate how all pretense is gone now.
Yeah. And he kind of begs his other, or he comes here actually, gets in your way.
All right.
Ask this guy to come up here. This guy's gonna attack you.
Okay.
It very clearly looks like he is readying something. He pulls his rapier out. It looks like he's readying some type of attack. But the red guy's the one who's actually going to try and attack you. Okay. That is a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
Right. Okay. And that is his turn. That's those guys. All right, Milo, you're up, and then we're going to Ara. Start killing.
Leave this one for Auric to have some fun with.
I'm so sorry. I forgot surrounding. There's a +4 to you.
Yeah.
So it's actually a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah, that would probably hit. For just a total of 4 points of piercing damage, though. So
I'm fine with that.
yeah. All right, continue on. Sorry about that. I forgot my own rules.
Oh, fair enough.
To rabbit hop over purple.
Okay, I think that's a bonus action if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Okay, bonus action to hop.
And then I'm going to take a swipe at red guard.
Red guard. Okay, very good. Take your swipe. Very well, then keep your
This will be with my sword. That is a 21 to hit.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
That is 7 piercing.
7 piercing on red guard. Okay, very good. Anything else?
Nope, that's
Okay.
all I got.
And I did forget, actually, not forget, but technically these guys would have gone before Milo, but oh well. Duke Blackstone runs into a different room, this room specifically, and young Blackstone runs after him, so they're no longer on the field of battle.
Fair enough.
All right. All right, Ara, you're up. And then we go to a couple nobles, and then we'll come to Orc.
All right, I'm gonna move there,
Very good.
and I'm gonna attack the red guard.
The red guard. Okay, very good. Continue
With my longsword.
with your longsword. Okay. Roll to hit.
$14.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
All right.
Bonus action.
Don't have one.
Okay. Then we will go to Noble Orange is going to take advantage of this opportunity and attempt to attack you, good Ranshaw, with a +3 surrounding. Nope, that's a 9 total. That's no bueno.
Oh, that's not great.
He's gonna leave his. He's just gonna stand there. Actually, yeah, he's just gonna stand there. Noble Purple is gonna move up, and he doesn't attack you immediately, Milo. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he's gonna attack you immediately. So he'll gain a +3. That is a 22 to hit. And Milo, I have not rolled a 3 outside of these d8s except for one time. You'll roll 4. You will take 4 points of piercing damage. Gosh darn it. All right. Purple guard purple. Will just go ahead and attack the angry brutes in front of him. No bonus. That's a crit though.
Yikes.
Good thing you're raging.
What is with these 3s? That is a total of 9 points. Piercing.
So is it rounded down on damage or rounded up?
down? It's rounded down.
Okay, so before.
4. All right, blues, and then we go to orc. The blues, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If anyone wants to, they can now trigger opportunity attacks against blue.
Unfortunately, I
Which
cannot.
way did he go?
I don't get my reaction until it gets back to my turn.
Yeah, you can't, but Milo and Ara, you guys could.
I will
Okay.
do a whatever
Non-lethal.
non-lethal.
Okay. Roll to hit. See if you do that thing.
Did he pass between the two of us?
He passed. He stood on this square. He was here.
Gotcha. Okay.
He went around and through.
Yeah, I'll burn my reaction as well.
All right.
Should also mention that at this point, when making the opportunity attack, it'd be surrounding +4.
Yes. So you guys have a +4 through there.
Well, shit.
Bless you.
That would be a 23.
23 will hit. Roll your damage. Milo, go ahead and roll your attack. It's not going to knock him out in one, probably.
Now, here's the question: can the paladin non-lethally smite somebody?
No. I will die on that hill.
That's fair.
7 damage.
7 damage. It's on. Okay. Very good. Milo, what's your hit?
That's 30 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
30.
Yeah, 19 on the dice, +7 plus the 4.
Nice. That's amazing.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
And that's 9 piercing.
Non-lethal piercing.
They didn't
Non-lethal,
declare,
yes.
so okay.
We went in this with a plan.
I understand. I understand. But you have to understand. But you also have to see that it could have been really funny.
It could
all
have
right.
been.
He's gone.
Like,
You
we're
guys
already
literally,
in
as
so
he's
much
running,
trouble.
as he's running by, Ara kind of like whacks him with the broadside of his sword, causing him to kind of like in the nose, causing him to go, oh, and then Milo, what sword are you using?
Short.
Short swords, just because he's so small, just whacks him right on the Achilles, causing him to just absolutely lose his footing and go straight down into the floor, right next to Auric. One nobleman down.
1 down, 5 to go, 4 to go.
Blue guard, seeing that, goes, idiot. Just like the facial expression is, and this is the guy I was supposed to protect. My life is forfeit. They'll never look at me and say, your nobleman was an idiot. The noblemen don't screw up. So now he's just committed to death.
Is he?
He's gonna come up here to Ranshaw, adding another +4 to attack. That is a 17 total though, because these guys suck.
With the +4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Rolled a 10 on the die. So, all right. That's him. Auric, we are to you.
First, the one still in front of me, I would like for him to make a con save, please.
Okay. That's a 3.
That would be 4 radiant damage and blinded.
Okay, he is blinded.
Now, please educate me when it comes to the blinded condition. If I were to hit him, it still doesn't take that condition away, correct?
No.
Because it's
Until the rule said until the start of your next turn. So he's just got advantage on the attack.
Oh, thank God, because just rolled in that one. All right, that would be 19 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Or I'm blanking on my modifier. Okay, 12. 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right, he's dead.
I did not profess non-lethal.
Well, I mean, it's the guard.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
You are correct. You did not, and I would have punished you for it, but it's the guard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anything you would like to do with the remainder of your turn?
I will step 2.
Very good.
Rah.
Right. Get right. All right.
Hey, I gotta go.
Okay. Does someone feel confident in running his character? Okay. very good.
Andrew.
I mean, it's 11. Andrew, are you good?
Well,
You're chewing through them pretty quick.
about to say we're chewing through them pretty quick. I'm at least willing to take over for now. I know how a paladin works.
Yeah. Paladin. Paladin
Larry,
best class.
before you head off, just quickly put in your
I'll get it.
strength. Yeah, just give me your mods. Give me the numbers and I can work it from there.
You gotta
You're
do
doing
it.
a lot.
I can give you access to a sheet. Hold on.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll just give you access to a sheet. Don't worry about it. Get on out of here. Yeah.
Catch y'all later.
Bye. All right, hold on. Aura. Hold on. Forget how. I said I could do this. Now I don't know.
Is his sheet in roll 20?
Yeah, edit. It's edit. That's the button I'm looking for. Can be edited and controlled by Ranshaw. Save changes. All right, you should have access now.
Let me refresh roll 20 because I'm not seeing it on the character sheet, or not seeing it in the little journal thing.
Journal. Didn't it?
Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to go to my.
It's only
characters.
showing show to players. Can I just click show to players?
Maybe.
I just clicked it. See if it does anything. Because I definitely gave it to you. It's you're there. Save changes. Maybe I need to refresh. I will refresh. Refresh. How does it feel to chew 5 gum? Still doesn't show it. Very good. Thank you, Roll20. Technical issues, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hang on. I figured it out. I can right-click on this token and click Open Character.
Oh, nice. Okay, very good.
Except now it says Selected Characters, not my journal. So I can, but I also can't for some stupid reason. Can I add a character?
Can edit in player's journal. Hold on. I can do this. Save changes. You do now?
I do now.
Yay! You do now.
I do now. Okay, cool. Now I've got his stuff. Alright, I can now effectively play his character. We're good.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna make sure you get his token too.
Thank you. Now, whose turn is it?
Okay, I do need to do this. Okay.
It's Orc just went, right?
Orc just went, so we have a couple nobles need to go. Let me just make sure I got this right. Save changes. Okay, very good. So you should have control of them now too. So good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bully. Bully for us. Okay. All right. Orc just went Noble Green. Can't escape anymore. Was going to try, cannot do. So now these guys are going to move up. Noble Green is going to attack the Haragon with a +4 advantage due to the surrounding rules. That is a crit. No need for the +4.
Oof.
For 13 points of damage, Milo. 14. The guard is also going to take a swing at you. That is a nat 1. He does not succeed. All right, Ranshaw, you are up.
All right.
Then we got two. Then we got Reds, and then Milo. We're coming to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to try this first. I'm just going to say, even if this takes an action, I'm going to try this. Look, we've already got some of you, and you really can't take the rest of us. Just lay your arms down now and surrender if you know what's good for you. I want to see if anybody will take me up on that.
Make a persuasion check. It will be the action, but I will allow
Fair
a
enough.
persuasion check.
All right. Ooh. Dirty 20.
Okay. Let's see. We're going red. Let me see. really bounce out like that. Red's, you know what? We're not gonna say yet.
Fair enough.
Wow. Wow. All right. Red, that seems, you know what? Yeah, okay. Red stands down and orders his guard to stand down as well. So Reds are, you know what? You guys are smart enough. You can keep track of this.
Gotcha.
All
Reds are, okay.
Milo, you're up. Keep in mind.
Oh, hang on. I still have bonus action.
You still have a bonus action. Yes, I'm sorry.
So nobody else seems to have stood down, just Red?
It's tough to tell.
Tough to tell? Okay, cool. So Red immediately stands down.
Well,
cool.
I guess technically Red hasn't standed down yet. I apologize.
Oh.
It's your turn still.
I was hoping to see if anyone would take me
but
up
you
on
already
that.
used your action.
I know, but I can attack with my bonus action.
I
So
know.
that's why I was...
Good luck.
If my kid weren't in the room, I'd be tempted to do a rude gesture right now. Fine. I will choose not to use any of my delicious bonus actions. You
Yes.
sick son of a gun.
Yes,
At least I know that
am.
my action was somewhat effective.
Yes, unless I change it. No, I'm just kidding. All right. The Reds now stand down.
Okay.
All right, Milo, it is your turn. Then we come to Ara.
So hard.
I feel so harmed. My body is harmed.
Boy. No. Others are gonna stand down. Me punching them might cause them to turn back. Screw it. Purple's already been hit a couple times. I'm just going, and it's just him. He doesn't have a guard, so I'm gonna swing at purple.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That is a 17.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
I'm going to use my feet to reroll that. Why? Okay.
It's actually funnier
that's
when you
8.
don't have your video up because it's like, you know, when you're listening behind a door. All right, what was it?
8 piercing.
All right, he's still active. Anything else? Do you want to move away, please?
Do I take that chance?
Do you?
A lot of opportunity attacks.
It's only 3.
It's a lot.
Red has stood down.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Ride the lightning.
That's 4. I'm going to rabbit hop again. And I'm going to get on the other side of Noble Green.
Okay, so we will take 2 opportunity attacks.
Rabbit hop, if I'm not mistaken, does not provoke any opportunity attacks.
Really?
As a bonus action, you can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your bonus, a proficiency bonus, without provoking opportunity attacks.
Well, all right then. Well played, Rabbit. All right. That is your turn then, unless you want to move further.
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay. Ara. It will be Ara's turn now.
All right. So Ara sees that these 2 have stood down. You know,
Correct.
I heard what I said. But these all have not. I'll admit, I can't remember. Have either of these taken any amount of damage? That we're aware of.
I mean, you can see damage on purple.
On purple.
Because Milo just did damage to
Which
you.
may have been the only
Okay. All right. But green.
According to my
Don't see any
notes.
damage on green.
You do not see any damage on green.
Okay.
They seem green to go.
Now Ara knows it's too important to risk. Yeah, we're not going to do that. All right. So he's going to step up here. Hey, look, we're now surrounding Green Noble. And he's just going to go ahead and attempt to subdue by non-lethally attacking our noble here with his action.
Okay, very good.
So it'll be a total of a +9 to hit.
Okay.
That'll be a 23 for him to hit,
That will hit.
and he will take. It's a D8 for a longsword. Maximum 13.
Wow.
Non-lethal.
All right. He is still active as, taking your words to heart, he comes over with the palm of his hand and just bashes his nose, breaking his nose, but not killing him. All right. Anything else?
I don't believe Ara has anything else that he would want to do at this time. I don't
Okay.
see any good bonus actions for him, so.
Okay. Then we have a couple bad guys, and then we're coming to Oryx, so get prepped.
All right.
Orange is going to take this opportunity to bolt as quickly as he can. 5, 10, out of your range, Ranshaw.
Hi. I didn't use my reaction.
You
last
have
time.
not. That's why I'm giving it to you.
Yep.
Okay.
So you would leave right about here. There is no. But we are going to go for a non-lethal smack. Hopefully, knock him out before he leaves. Let's see here. For the noble, that's only going to be a 14 to hit.
That does not hit. That will miss.
Okay.
So he goes here to here, and then he's gonna go here. So if the barbarian would like to now take a shot at him,
Oric.
Yes.
Would you like to non-lethally try to smack this guy?
someone
as
leaves
he's
a gap
leaving?
in the fence open.
That would just be a little 11 dinger to hit.
No joy. He
No
makes
joy.
it out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash action. He tried to
He's gonna
make.
me chase him. He's gonna make me chase him.
He tried to make
Gosh,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right.
I can't wait until my next turn.
Okay. Noble purple will attack. No, he can't move. You guys pretty much cut him off. He's only got an option to attack either here or here. Red is actually stand down, so we're not going to count that as flanking. So there's really no benefit in doing either one. He will attempt to attack evens, odds. Evens. He will attempt to attack the barbarian, because that will always go well. He will miss, almost assuredly. A 13, excuse me, does not hit, I don't believe. Oric, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Oric von
Okay, thank you very much.
Lichtenstein.
Just wanted to confirm. All
My
right.
apologies. My apologies.
All right.
He's sorry.
Guard Blue, who has consigned himself to death because of his idiot nobleman.
I gave him the chance to stand down.
I know, but he there's nothing. This man is in a state now. He's just gonna attack
Fine.
you.
Try to-
You tried to offer it, but he's not in a mindset to be able to accept. That is a unnatural 20 to hit,
That will hit.
and that will do max damage of 9.
Okay.
And you've already used your reaction, so none of that bull crap.
Yep.
All right, that's his turn. Oric, we are to you.
All right. I'm going to make purple to the left of me do the con save throw.
Okay. Checking the noble. I don't think they have
Did
these.
something too early.
That is an 18.
Saves. I will take a non-lethal hammer blow at him
Okay.
for a 14 to hit.
That will not hit, actually.
I am missing tonight.
Okay.
Got the
Why are
feeling
you
these
here?
These guys' AC is somewhere. It's at least 16 because I know I've hit on a 16
Yeah.
or somebody's hit on a 16. 15 or 16 is what we're aiming for.
All right. Are you want to move or do anything?
I will stay put.
Okay.
I'm body blocking the door.
All right. We got green team coming up, and then we come to you, Ranshaw.
Okay.
The noble here doesn't like being sandwiched, but he doesn't feel. But he's nobles study some tactics. They're not necessarily the best at it, but at least they understand opportunities. So he's just going to turn around and attack the Haragon.
Gotcha.
No bonus. Nat 1 fails. No joy.
He studied it. He didn't practice it.
Yeah,
he just studied it.
It's all in his head, you see. He's a master of the art of warfare, not the actual conduct of it. All right. Guard Green is just going to attack the Dragonborn.
Yep.
It's off. No bonuses. That's not going to hit. Don't worry about it. All right.
Okay.
We come to Ranshaw.
Fantastic. So, Ranshaw's just like, I gave them the chance. And as an action, going to dash. Very specifically, action dash.
Yes.
Okay. And I realize I'm proccing an opportunity attack from blue here.
You will. And don't worry about it.
Cool. That's 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I definitely... There you go. He gets... I gave him 5 extra feet a minute. Continue.
Okay. So 40, 45, 50, 55.
Hello.
And then... Well, actually, hang on. 55, 65, 70.
Hi.
Gosh, I love monk movement. And then bonus action, flurry of blows to make 2 unarmed strikes non-lethally at him.
Absolutely.
That's why I did it in that order.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a chance to hit him twice. All right, first strike is an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
11 maximum non-lethal bludgeoning.
That will knock him out.
Cool. I gotta.
He loses
For my
tooth.
second unarmed strike, I'm tempted to kick him, but I'm like, better not.
There's a window here.
I don't want to smash the window. We don't want to draw any more attention than we need to.
Sure.
So that was at 70. So I'll just go 75, 80.
Okay.
Like, gotta get back up there.
All right. Reds have surrendered.
Yeah.
But
That was a good turn.
you know, the door's there.
Okay.
So the red guys are just gonna go. They're just gonna try and creep out as if no one will notice them. All right. They're just like, I mean, you know, it's fine. So unless Aura or Auric want to do something about that, they're just gonna try and hope that no one notices.
Fair enough.
I mean, they have to cross someone's path, so.
I mean, they cross both. They cross both. of them.
I'll take a swing.
You're gonna take a swing at technically. Noble
Where's
would have
it?
gone first. So
Noble would have gone first. Okay.
Yeah, non-lethal.
okay. I mean, he's surrendered.
So why is he trying to leave?
Yeah, maybe they're not trying to leave. They're just trying to get out of that room. You know?
it probably
Somebody's
No,
dead in that
anyways,
room.
just
No,
a
you
12 to
surrender,
hit.
you stay put.
What was that, Orc?
12 to hit.
That will miss.
Yeah, Ara's gonna absolutely. He's the oath of vengeance. He's like,
Okay.
you stay put. It will still be non-lethal. That is a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Hey, we found the AC. And
Okay.
he will take 10 points of non-lethal.
Okay.
And has he learned his lesson?
Well, you see, he was just trying to sneak. That didn't work, so now he's got a dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. Oh shit, you're down
Hi.
here too.
Uh-huh. And I haven't used my reaction.
30.
Good.
Dives over the banister.
Oh.
Dives over the banister and lands on the couch. Not quite enough damage for, or not quite enough.
Uh-huh.
5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Looks at the banister, is like, ah. Looks at you, is like,
And I'm just like, don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, Milo, your turn, then we come to Ara.
Bo is going to. Screen's loading slowly. All right. Green keeps looking at me funny. So I'm going to. I haven't used anything yet, so I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Well, I guess
Can you hunt someone non-lethally?
that's what I was gonna ask.
Yes,
the
you can.
description.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. It's completely
The hunting is for
unnecessary.
tracking.
It's completely
Hunter's Mark.
unnecessary by all means.
Well, I've got to make sure that he goes down. We don't need any more runners.
It's true. We really don't.
Non-lethal. That's a 17 to hit.
That will hit. He's down. He had 3 health. He's down. Don't worry about it.
Oh well.
I mean, if you want to roll. Don't worry. But he's good.
It's like 17 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, he's down. That would have knocked him out almost at full health.
Hey, look, you're back.
I'm back.
Okay.
So
very
I'm
good.
real sorry. Apparently, I'm very bad at playing paladins. You're on your second failed death saving throw. Things went real poor.
You're fine. No, you're
I'm just messing with you.
you have
I'm
not been
teasing.
touched. This man's
I
like,
am going to.
this man's like, lay on
use
hands.
my
Lay on
movement.
hands. Sorry. What was that, Milo?
I'm gonna use my movement and step behind green to give
Sure.
purple and green surrounded.
Okay. Purple's not surrounded. There's no flank on him yet, but yes.
Oh, I see how you do it.
Yeah. Got it. Flank has to
Gotcha.
activate
Yeah. So you could move here, and you would activate flank.
for purple. I mean, he's got flank on green, just not on purple.
True.
Green, I thought it was for both, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I
Okay.
see how it works.
All right. Ara, you are up actually. So
All right, so
you have a surrounding activated on green guard there.
And yes,
Okay.
you've taken no damage, and I've spent none of your expendable resources. You're good.
cool. Well, I'm gonna attack this green dude then.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That would be a 26.
26. That will hit.
And I might as well just use a Divine Smite.
You might as well. Yes.
They're free game. You might as well treat yourself.
Alright, that would be a 24 damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
He did.
He did. You got 133% required damage there. All right. He's gone. He's dead. Anything else?
I will move over to the blue guard.
Okay. Move across. Opportunity attack.
Let's do it.
That is a 19 to hit.
That unfortunately will not hit me.
Yeah, I know. That splint. All right.
Actually,
He felt
what
real
did it?
good.
What
And the
did it is
shield.
the ring of protection.
And the ring of protection.
Or actually, do you have the ring of protection on your sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
Splint should be 17. Shield
Oh,
should
yes,
be
yeah.
19.
15.
And
Yep.
then
So yeah, the
20.
ring of protection 20.
Yeah. Because his fighting style was not defense, I don't think.
No, he took the one that lets him have the cantrip.
Right.
Divine Warrior or whatever.
Divine Warrior. Okay. All right. He feels real smart. He's like, oh, opportunity! And it like just bounces off your splint. And you're like, dude, really? So demoralized. So demoralized. So demoralized that he surrenders. He's like,
There we go.
I'm out.
Purple's just done.
Purple's
He's
out. That was his last best effort. Guard blue, however, he's again resigned himself to death, so he's gonna try.
Suicide
He's-
by cop.
He's gonna fail. He's just slashing. You're just like, it's like a weak swing. It's like so weak. You're just like knock it out of the way with your shield. Weak.
He wants you to take him out.
Yeah, he's like, listen. At this point, what's in his head is, well, if I die here, my family gets my pension.
Oh, God.
So, all right, Oric, you're up. Purple has surrendered. Red surrendered. Blue can't.
The purple in front of me has surrendered.
Correct.
And then where's red? I don't see red. I only see blue.
Red ran.
Red's
Oh, okay.
downstairs.
Surrendered and then ran.
Sure.
And then we're still fighting blue, yeah?
Yes, blue refuses to quit.
I wouldn't move from purple though. 'Cause
I know he surrendered.
Never
Purple surrendered. He's not a threat.
well, red did too.
Red.
And now
I don't know
Red's
what y'all
all
are
the way
complaining about. Red was
downstairs.
just calmly walking out of the room until someone smacked him. I don't know. He was,
I'm
Um,
watching purple.
I
With
didn't get hit and I didn't hit last
dagger
time, so I need to
eyes.
re-rage. That is important even for the last guy.
You used a reaction.
Yeah, you used an attack.
I missed though.
You
Doesn't matter. You don't have to
You
hit.
just
Oh,
gotta-
I
you just
thought
gotta
it-
attack. No.
Okay,
You just have
cool.
to make the attack.
Yeah.
Understood. All right, well,
You just
then I'm
gotta
not gonna
try.
waste that rage.
Yeah.
Just gonna try.
Rage is a
That will be a
A for
23 to
effort.
hit.
What was
Cool.
that? 23?
23 to yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit. No one has actually hit guard blue. No one has actually done damage to him.
That
Yeah.
will be 12 bludgeoning damage.
All right. He's still up.
And I want him to make the con save.
Okay. He fails. So that would have actually been an advantage.
2
yeah.
radiant damage.
Go ahead and re-roll your attack roll just to see if you crit.
No.
Okay. Then we move on. All right. Ranshaw. You got some runners.
Oh, and here I was trying to be nice.
I'm just, you look at him, he's just like, I'm just sitting here. I'm just on the couch. Don't worry about me.
Nope, you should have stayed upstairs. Now I need to make sure that you stay. So,
Mommy.
how much movement to get on this? Yeah, how much movement to get on this side of the banister?
10.
10, 15. Attack. Non-lethal, but ticked off. Natural 20.
How do you want to do it? Just tell me, how do you non-lethally want to make this man unconscious?
Oh, it even is non-lethal because I rolled double ones. For this literally minimum crit damage.
Send this man on the lightless walk with a 7.
I just walk up to him. He's sitting on the couch. I'm like, crack the knuckles and then just wham, just like right to like to the temple. Side of the temple. Just, boom. Yeah, just.
Zohan to the kid in the barber chair.
All right, guard red at that
Yeah.
point's just like.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up at guard red. You really want to? I still got some.
And he's just like. Free insight check.
All right. Another nat 20. Holy freaking crap! This is amazing.
He's got no choice.
He's got no choice. Oh, is he going to attack?
He's got no choice.
All right. Well, gave you the chance. Bonus action. Flurry of blows.
I mean, he's above you right now. in the
Oh, well,
banister.
let's see here. I used all of 15 movement.
Yeah, you
so
I mean, you can get back over there.
I was about to say, boop, boop, boop. Can we make all that happen
Yeah.
with the remaining?
Yeah.
Cool. So, bonus action, flurry of blows, attack number 1. Oh, where'd my nat 20s go? That's only an 11. I don't think that hits.
That will not hit.
Attack number 2. That is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And he will take. Oh, wow. My d6s just don't want to hurt anybody. That's only 6 damage minimum.
Okay. He's still up. All right. And now it's his turn. Yeah, he's got no choice. He's gonna
Okay.
attack.
All right.
He's gonna get a
I
17 to hit.
So I almost hope he would hit me. Can I actually allow him to hit me? Can I take it?
Sure.
Cool.
I mean, I guess, yeah. So you just want to react and cause it back
Yeah.
at him?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do.
We're not gonna let you abuse this because I know you can do more damage than the attack actually could.
That's fair.
But this is pretty much wrapped up, so I'll allow it.
I was hoping for rule of cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's 4 points of damage.
Yeah, reaction, or I don't even need to roll on that, so spend my final discipline point to redirect it back at himself. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
No. So what happens is you look at him, and he just demoralizingly tries to stab you.
He takes 16.
Yeah. He demoralizing. He's like, well, I hope my son grows up to be a good man. Thrusts his sword at you. You block it down to your foot, kick it back, and then take it and drive it through his stomach. And as he's like just allowing it to pierce in, and you lean him down onto the stairs politely, and you just say, "There's no shame in this."
Yeah, no shame.
And
no shame.
And you feel his spirit leave his body as Red ends.
I know I've used my bonus action and reaction and all that fun stuff, but I'm not happy with how I had to take out Guard Red. So from here, I'd like to spit on Noble Red. Can I do that as a free action?
Free action.
Cool.
All right.
Making me do this. If he had just stayed put, this man could have lived.
All right, Milo, you're up, and then Ara.
All right.
It's purple looking.
Oh,
Purple looks surrendered. Purple looks surrendered.
He looks surrendered.
I am not trusting anybody.
Oh, good Lord.
The last person that tried to surrender ran.
He only lost.
Walked calmly.
Then he got hit. Then he wasn't calm.
So we're just going to ensure that no one else tries to walk out, and I'm going to bonus action first. Hunter's Mark, move it onto purple, and then take a swing.
All right. I'm essentially going to say that he's dodging at this point.
Lethal, huh?
I'm essentially going to say that this is a dodge because it was his turn and he didn't do anything. Now that he sees you winding up on him, I'm going to say that he's dropped his sword and he's just going to try and dodge out of the way. So go ahead and make it at disadvantage, but your Hunter's Mark is on.
Is this lethal or non-lethal?
He declared non-lethal.
Okay.
With disadvantage, that's still a 17.
That will still hit. So yeah, you're probably going to get him.
So that's... Oh, I just threw that dice away, so just grab another one. That is 11.
Okay, you knock him out. He's like, no, Lord Sidious promised us peace, and then you knock him out immediately.
But I just gotta make sure.
All right, that's it. That's him knocked out. Just your bonus action and your action.
I'm going to just... I think that's enough movement. Get on the other side.
Should be fine. Yeah.
I want... Is this door open?
It was opened. It's kind of cracked. On the other side, actually, Milo, if you're like listening, what's your passive perception?
I think it's a 17. It is a 17.
Okay. On the other side, you can actually hear someone cackling and going, I knew it. I knew he wasn't my son.
Oh, no.
I kind of just want to, if you allow, I want to peek it in. I need to see what's happening.
Okay. Go ahead and I'm going to allow just a free perception check.
Alright.
Oh, screw this.
Unfortunately, I do need to drop.
Oh, you're going to miss it.
I know I'm going to miss the big reveal.
You're going to miss the big reveal.
I'll try to hold on for another minute.
22. Okay, here. You know what? We're going to do the big reveal right now. Just because I was going to hold off, but it's okay. Milo, what you see is you kind of just peek the door open and you hear the cackling again. He wasn't my son. He wasn't my son. And a human in robes is just kind of nodding and grabbing Duke Blackstone through a portal in the wall.
Oh,
Fun.
fun.
The human you see guiding him through definitely has wizard robes on, and they get out of there. On the ground is what you can only assume to be Lord Blackstone, Aiden Blackstone, the son. But it's not human looking. As you're peering at it, his clothes and his body turn into a gray form. And the head on the ground goes from the locks that you're used to a noseless, grayish blob with black eyes. And gentlemen, I'm just going to call it, you guys kill Blue, and that's where the session ends for the night.
Hot dang. Ho-ho. This will be interesting when we pick up next time.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
So,
but we did it. We didn't kill any of the nobles.
You didn't kill any of the nobles.
Aren't you proud of me?
You didn't kill
I'm
any of the
very
nobles.
proud of you.
You
Good
guys
job,
ended
Milo.
Blue.
This was the worst fight.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. If you liked it and you want to see more now that the big twist has been revealed, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. All of a sudden I have to start burping in my outros. All right. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you guys for sticking around with us. We will see you next week for more, and enjoy your evening. Thank you very much.
Why is there a TIE fighter in the corner?
I was about to say that. I think it's supposed to be a mirror, but I was
It's
gonna
a
be
mirror.
That's a mirror.
It's a
It's a
TIE
mirror.
fighter. After that Sidious comment, that's confirmed this campaign is TIE.